Okay, this looks good. No, shit. Okay, I think we're live. We're live.
Hey, awesome.
Okay, this looks good. No, shit. Okay, I think we're live.
Hey, Vanessa, you're hot micing your computer audio again.
It's like, yeah, it's echoing. Am I still echoing?
No, I don't think so. You had YouTube open as well.
Yeah.
What did I?
Yeah, mine's saying that's live now.
So I'm sorry about the delay. We were trying to go live and the stream key was ineffective and I had to request a new one. So here we are. Thanks for joining us, graduating seniors, friends and family. We're so excited. I mean, we're gonna miss you terribly, but we are so happy for you guys. So I want to congratulate you guys on a well-deserved success. And we're so happy to share in the excitement of your graduation day and so very impressed by you, all of you guys. You've put in the hard work and I've had the pleasure of watching each and every one of you guys learn and grow so much and put in so much hard work. And I'm super proud of you guys. And it's been such a pleasure meeting with you guys through Zoom individually and watching your progress on your senior thesis. You guys really just stayed home and worked, and even when it was nice outside, you guys were just hunkered down working, and I really respected that. So work ethic is basically the most important thing in life, and I know that you guys are going to succeed. You just have to put the work in, which you've already been doing, so you're used to that. And yeah, so if anyone wants to say anything, Peter or Vanessa or any of the graduating students want to chime in, it's a free for all forum.
Yeah, definitely. Just pretty much like what Lauren said. It was really great working with you guys and seeing, your projects going from your initial ideas and concept phase. And then, I think everyone really saw their idea through and everything came out so great. I was really, when all the work was coming in and going through everybody's work, I was just so excited and so thrilled to see how well each and every one of you guys did. And you should be really, really proud of yourself because this was another tough year. I remember last year when we did this, which was the first virtual presentation of thesis, it was there's a lot going on in the world and everything. And so then that didn't really change, at this time also there's a lot of stuff going on and there's a lot of stressors in outside world, things going on, and you guys did really, really well, sticking with your work and sticking with your thesis and really seeing it through. So congratulations on that. And I'm very excited for all of you guys to be graduating and, moving forward.
Yeah, what Vanessa said is a good point, how you've had to pivot and regroup and go in a different direction because of the circumstances. And that's really what life is. You can't get too comfortable doing one thing. You have to always be able to adapt and change. And you guys got a good taste of that this past year. And you've succeeded and you're graduating despite all of the unknowns that we've been dealing with.
Yeah, Definitely. And, and also, doing all the classes on Zoom and not really seeing each other. But, what Lauren said, I actually loved the one-on-one meetings, especially with my class. I really felt like I got to know everybody and know your work and seeing you progress. And I actually really enjoyed that. So I know everything was through Zoom, but at least some good came out of it, I think.
I agree.
Yeah, I just want to say, I was teaching thesis 1 this semester, but I've had a lot of you in different classes, and I'm really excited to see what you guys are doing. And I think one thing that's interesting is the how used to, like you guys were saying, with being on Zoom, these meetings have been really good. And also, I think everybody got a little bit used to just being able to go into your bedroom and turn on the computer instead of driving into school and parking and walking to the class. But no, I'm really excited to see everybody's work.
Yeah. So with that said, we're going to first start off, as long as there aren't any students who want to speak. If there's anybody who would like to say something before we continue with the show, please go ahead. No?
I'll say something. It was,
Great.
this was hard. Semester, I mean, just working from home, especially I admire those who are still going into the labs to work on this during this pandemic. But in either situation, it was pretty tough. I'm glad we're here. I think we've all done some pretty good work.
I agree. Any other takers?
Quiet. You got
Priscilla?
quiet.
I just wanted to say thank you so much to like Lauren and Vanessa and Peter, because like throughout this whole like since the pandemic started, like I can't imagine how difficult it was like having to deal with like all the changes going on. So I really just thank you guys so much for being super patient with us and like just being super encouraging, like regardless of all the stuff that we were going through and like how difficult it was to complete thesis for a lot of us. So thank you guys so much for just being like a pillar of support for all of us.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so if anyone thinks of anything they want to say, you still have time. You can, chime in. And certainly when we're showing your work, we would love for you to tell us, your war stories, etc. So we have Professor Keely Nolan here. She wanted to see you guys off, which I think is so nice. Hi, Keely. I think she's having some technical issues, so we'll say hi to her in a minute. So we're gonna start this off with an awards presentation. Now, all of you guys did awesome. So if you don't get an award, it's not because you're not awesome. It's like a special, acknowledgement to certain people that really went like way beyond the scope of what, we expect a thesis to look like. So we just want to acknowledge those students. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. You guys can see the Montclair. Okay.
Yep.
Hi.
Caitlyn Pruitt. Congratulations. Cassandra Gowan. Yay. Nia Sonas. Yay. Do you guys want to say like thanks so that way you show up on the side? Or you can just say like that's me or something. So that because I only see like 5 boxes right now. I don't know about you guys. Can you even hear me?
I have mine on like my second monitor, and then I put
Oh,
all the thumbnails, so I get at least some of it.
okay. That's what I'll do.
It's a little better.
Okay. Oh, wait, Danielle. Oh no, wait a minute. It's no. Congratulations, Cassandra.
Thank you.
I know I already said your name. Nia, you again. Yay.
Thank you.
Danielle DeRosa. Yay.
Thank you so much.
Dominic D'Altilio. Yay.
Thank you so much. My Wi-Fi's messed up, so it's showing my camera slows it down a lot. So sorry about that.
No worries. Sarah Connor.
Thank you so much.
Danica Kafuli. Where are you, Danica?
Thank you so much.
There you are. Daniel Farrow.
Thank you. I don't know if it's going through. Oh God.
I hear you.
Okay.
Hal Amato. Farrow.
Thank you.
Thank you. DJ Adams. Congratulations, guys. And the rest of you rocked it. We loved having you. And we're going to miss you a lot. Like a lot. Okay. So I think now what we could do is look at the student work. Does that sound good to you guys?
Okay, all right, so that's gonna go over to me. Let's see how this works out. Okay. All right, does everyone see my screen okay?
Yes.
We do.
Hold on, sorry.
Yes.
I lost my thumbnails. Where'd Zoom go?
See?
I totally lost all my thumbnails. How do I get it back? Okay.
Wait, you know what? You could
You know what?
oh,
And here's my technical issue. I lost all of Zoom. I want to even.
You know what? Click on the Zoom icon.
I'm gonna just stop sharing a sec. Let's try that again. Okay, share screen. There we go. I need this over here. All right, everybody see the presentation?
Yes. We do.
Awesome. Okay. So basically, when you guys see your name and it comes up, if you want to actually please, talk about your thesis, give us like a brief summary of it, and, talk about anything you want to talk about. It's kind of, you have the floor at that point. That sound good? All right.
Yep.
Okay. First up, we have Jermaine. Is Jermaine?
Hey, how are you? Yes, I am.
Okay.
How
Hi,
are you?
Jermaine.
Hello, how you doing? So I just kind of built together a collection of a few models that I did. My main objective for this assignment was to at least try to get finished work all the way to the end, as much as possible. It worked out half of the way, but it's okay. I died like halfway through the semester, so I guess You can play.
Okay, awesome. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
We do.
Okay.
Yeah, these are beautiful.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you.
I
Jermaine,
mean, that was really awesome.
they're
Oh, thank you.
beautiful models. And
Cloth
Jermaine,
simulation and texturing.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
they came out really great. And Jermaine, you have such an attention to detail, and you're definitely a perfectionist
Yeah.
in that sense, which is great, which is, everything you kind of want to be as a modeler in 3D and stuff. So you should be really proud of these. I think
Thank you so
they
much.
look great. Very
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
They look great. I love your presentation. How it
Oh,
went
thank
from
you.
the raw model to the color. It really looked great.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Jermaine, you really have like such a beautiful reel, and you're so nice to be around and always consistently pleasant and respectful. And I really appreciate how nice you've been and what a great student you've been. And I know that you're going to be successful because you're super talented and you work hard and you're
Yes.
just lovely to be around.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.
All right, awesome. Okay, up next. Oh, let's see. Nope.
Let's watch it again.
Oh my God, wait, how do I go? And here we go again. Some more issues. Okay, here we go. Okay, Danielle De Rosa.
Hi.
Hi, you want to talk about your idea?
Yeah, so I did a 2D animated film for my thesis, and I can only show part of it today because I submitted it to film festivals. But I was focusing mainly on like storytelling and the animation process as a whole. And I learned a lot throughout this entire thing, and I'm really glad that I could show some of it to you guys today. And yeah.
Great.
You're also just consistently pleasant and nice to see, and you're such a hard worker. Like you're such a hard worker.
That means a
So
lot. Thank you so much.
it's so true. I mean, your work ethic is at like a level that's of someone who's been in the business for, you know, years. Like you just have that work ethic where you don't, you're never like, that's enough. I did enough. It is what it is. That's not you at all. And you're always constantly improving yourself and trying to figure out ways to make things better. And your color palette on this as well, by the way, is so sophisticated, and the texture, the style is so gorgeous. And I just want to congratulate you, because this is a really strong piece to have, you know, to show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I agree. It's such a gorgeous piece. It's such a strong piece. And I'm so happy that you decide to submit them into film festivals and stuff, because it's definitely something that needs to be seen by people. And, you know, all your hard work and everything that you put into it, it really paid off. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. Like Lauren said, with the color palette, but also the textures that you have in there too, is just absolutely stunning. And I agree with everything Lauren said. You know, I was lucky enough to have you in my other class this semester, and you tackled every project with, you know, full on, head on. You tried different styles, and you just were like, you know, everything you did, it was always fantastic. So you're so excited to see what's ahead of you and, you know, where you go from here.
can I just say something? I'm looking at the live chat, and we have alumni that are watching this show, like Maddie and Aaliyah. Those are the two names that I recognize. So nice that you guys came to support. Yeah, I love that. Like, we have the best community.
Yeah, I just wanted to agree with what Vanessa and Lauren were saying. And I just wanted to say to Danielle, you're a real pleasure to have in class. We were in illustration, advanced illustration. It's great. You make it easier to teach, really. You're really excellent. And I just want to say with this is so great seeing this. I think your brushwork is awesome. And to see, it's like a beautiful illustration, animated, really looks great. I love it. Great job.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much, all of you. I'm going to miss it so much, like being here.
Well, we're going to stay in touch, and, you know, yeah, it's always hard to say goodbye to you guys.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay. It's going to happen every time. Here we go. Okay. Sarah Connor.
Hi.
Hi. Want to give us like a little, you know, brief description of your thesis?
Sure. So for my thesis, I'm creating concept art for specifically a theme park idea I came up with, kind of based around the steampunk era, like Victorian mid to late 1800s, about this quirky inventor who goes into a coal mine and kind of creates this unconventional world of discovery using like all the scraps he found from the coal mine and his active imagination. So for my thesis, I made character designs and prop designs, and then hopefully in the future, I'll be able to finish my environment designs. I didn't quite finish them yet for this, but I'm very excited about this idea. So I definitely want to continue it on in the future.
I mean, Sarah, your work is so, it's like what I would, it's the quality I would see walking through the hallways when I worked at Disney. Like it's there's no difference. Like it's up there. And I mean, it's just so professional and stunning.
Thank you. That means so much.
Your sketch work is gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
And just your characters and the poses you put them in, they're dynamic, their proportions are great, and they're so fun too. Like they're very much a character.
Thank you so much.
I love this guy.
Beautiful.
I also think it's a great idea. A steampunk theme park is so cool. Sarah, you always deliver the goods. I think when I had you in class, I was always impressed by how great your ideas were. And I think always stick to your guns because I think you're really talented.
Thank you. That means so much.
It's also really tricky to draw steampunk designs and steampunk like technology and stuff, because it's all like, you know, there's all bolts and everything is like kind of meshed together of different types of equipment and whatever. And there's a lot of like technical drawing too. And you did a great job handling that.
Thank you. It took a lot of texture brushes to try and figure out how to paint metal versus crystals versus wax versus light bulbs. So a lot of trial and error, that's for sure. But
you have a great lighting perspective too.
Yeah, like right here, just even this technical drawing, it's very difficult. It's tricky to do, and you did such a great job. Like you've been doing it your whole life.
I love these sketches. They're so great.
Thank you.
Oh, I love that. It's so pretty.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much fun designing props would be until I spent like a whole semester just on props alone because I got really into it.
Oh, I love this.
Oh, so we have Associate Professor Christine Lamasianu here. So I just want to say hi and thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And
That's great.
yeah, your coloring too is so nice.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, went too far. Back.
Love the gears on the trunk are really cool.
There's like so much to look at. Like I could really just keep each one up for a solid like 5 minutes because there's so much to look at in all these drawings. There's so much detail that went into them. I mean, this is such a beautiful collection of artwork.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun coming up with the details and just, you know, finding intention in every like design choice I made, just like figuring out why there's a gear here versus like a feather there. Like I like coming up with the little details as to why everything was the way it was. So definitely a very fun project. I enjoyed work on it for the past semester too.
You know, Sarah, I'm so impressed with you. You just like, you make it look effortless, and you have a goal in mind, and I know you're gonna get there. And you picked up in the middle of the year and moved to Florida, like to be closer to Disney and perhaps, you know, like work there soon. I mean, they'll be lucky to have you. But the thing is that, you know, it was like I was talking to you one day in New Jersey, like through Zoom. You were showing me your work, I think in your parents' basement in New Jersey. And then like the following appointment that you had made, you're sitting in, like there were palm trees behind you and you're like, yeah, it's good. I got a job. The people are great. Yeah, everything's good. And then she shows like her progress on thesis and it's amazing. And I'm like, you know, you look so quiet but no, you're fierce, Sarah. You're really fierce. I'm very impressed.
Thank you so much. It means a lot, you guys. And I couldn't have done it without all the help and advising you've given me over the past 4 years. I've learned so much from being at this school, and I'm eternally grateful for everything I've learned here.
Thanks. That's good to hear.
Awesome. Okay.
So we have the chair, the department chair is here. Dr. Lilithan, thanks for joining us. She thought she could sneak in.
Okay, up next we have AJ.
Hi.
Hey, AJ. You want to, hi, you want to talk to us about your thesis?
Okay. Well, mine was kind of personal in the fact that I've always had food allergies ever since I was little. So I wanted to do like a personal project of like, what if kids who had food allergies were actually like superheroes with superpowers, and it was a thing that didn't cause any obstacles for them, but like something that was like maybe more empowering, because it was something that I struggled with that maybe other people didn't. So yeah, I thought it could be something really fun and different and meaningful to me. So
You want to quickly explain like each character and
Sure.
their allergies?
So this one's my personal favorite. Her name's Penelope. Her allergy is peanuts. And the project's called Allergized. So like when they get like their superpowers, that's like what it's technically called. And the hair clips, the peanut hair clips in her hair turn into like these sticks that she can use for like defensive or offensive in like fights with the villains. And then I did turnarounds for all of them. This is Finley. Her allergy is fish. And her power, when she gets allergized, the fish in her dress, her dress is like liquidy, I guess, and the fish like come out of it and they have like healing properties. And yeah. And the one before it was Milo. He has like milk allergy, and he has like a thing on his head where he takes his hat off, the milk turns into like any kind of like liquid objects that he could use for like battle. This is Eduardo. He's allergic to eggs, and when he becomes allergized, he has like a ring on his finger, and he can use it as kind of like an egg, and the yolk is like kind of like soft, and if like anyone is in danger or anything, he can like catch them with like his little shield. And this is the villain Reacto. He can combine and copy like the other kids' allergies and use them kind of against them in fights. He was really fun to work on. And this is like the mascot character, called him EpiPal. He's kind of like the supporter, like the mascot. He's in the logo. He's very cute. He was fun to work on. He gives pep talks. And then I have them interacting. Just like playing with their powers like in a fun way. And then I made like a little environment piece. Reactos, like they're like at like a little park, and there's like a sandbox, and he kind of barges in and they're about to like go into combat.
Let me go back. AJ, I adore this idea of yours. I think it's so great you taking something that was a personal experience and putting it into your thesis and creating this whole story and this whole world for and that could be a story, that could be something that could help kids who are dealing with having food allergies and and maybe feeling like they're a bit different, or they can't hang out with certain kids or something or anything. And I think it was just so incredible you taking your personal story and putting it into your thesis, because it just shows there's so much work and so much love for this project. And I think you did such a great job on it.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you.
I love these characters, AJ, and it's just such a fun look. It turns something that's so hard to deal with into something that's like interesting. And yeah, this is really beautiful piece.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, one of the characters looked like you, I think. Was it Eduardo?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we have the same kind of eyebrows, hair. Maybe a little bit in there.
Was that you when you were 6, a self-portrait?
It's actually so funny you say that, because I used to be allergic to eggs, but I outgrew it when I was 6.
Oh, good.
So
I think funny. This is such a great idea. I think there are so many kids, like it's such a common thing. There's so many food allergies, out there. I think this is a great idea. And I have to say, I think Eduardo is my personal favorite. And your style is excellent. I love the way all of your stuff, like you just have a really, very much a unique style. And it's so, it's just so pleasing to the eye. I think you just definitely stick with it. And you do great work. You're a real pleasure to have in class.
Thank you so much. You guys have all been so helpful for everything. I've had multiple classes with Vanessa and Peter, and Lauren's always been so helpful to me over the years. So I just want to say thank you to all of you for everything that you've done for me.
Of course. And Dr. Lilithan wrote in the chat that it's so nice to finally put a face to
Oh my God. Yeah. We've been emailing for this semester has been kind of complicated, but Abby's been very helpful to me as well. So definitely.
I'm glad that you guys worked it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just quickly, AJ, too, because one of the things that we worked on was a special independent study thing. And you did such a great job, AJ. Really
Thank you so much.
Sure.
Yeah, the independent study's been really fun.
Yeah, you always do terrific work, and you get everything done on time, and it's really well done. Great job.
Thank you so much, guys.
Well, and Peter, you're so awesome too, by the way. I just want to say, anytime I need Peter, he's like, yes, when, where, no worries. I got it. Don't worry about it. I just want to say thank you.
Oh, sure. It was a pleasure. AJ's, that was great. And yeah, really great group of students.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Working with all you guys has been such, it's been great. And especially, AJ too, meeting up for, the meetings, I think we did 3 or 4 throughout the semester on this project, and you were always just so great to meet with, always bringing such great ideas, and it was really a pleasure working with you this whole year on your idea and seeing you bring it to life.
Thank you so much. It's definitely very pleasing to be looking at it now and being finished with it and proud. So yeah.
Definitely. Okay. All right. Let's see. Up next, we have Danielle.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going? So my original idea was to do 5 or 6 rendered out environments, all unique to each other. And then halfway through, I was like, oh, I kind of want to animate these, but 6 would be a lot. So I just cut it down to 3, which was a real pain, but I'm really glad I went that route because I enjoy how they look. So yeah.
All right, great. Let's see.
I just want to preface this. This is all 3D that Dan did. It's amazing.
This is beautiful. Wow, that's really, really gorgeous.
Thank you. I forgot to say at the beginning, like the idea for the animations was for them to like be able to loop around, so like they could just keep on playing as if it were like a game menu screen.
So, Dan, when you first applied to the major, do you remember coming to my office?
Yeah.
And I don't remember what happened, but I don't know if you didn't have like a lot of drawings or something, and I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I didn't really know anything. Like, all I had was like just examples of things I printed at like the 3D print lab that I was like playing around with. But like, that's all I really knew.
So I said to Dan, I'm like, look, I'm not sure like you're the right fit. You seem like you have really good technical skills, but I don't see like enough work yet. And he's like, how about this? I'm gonna create, what did you create, an airplane?
I think it was like a physical model of some ship I was designing.
It was,
I don't know where that is now.
He was like, I'm gonna create this and I'll be back next week to show you. Like, what do you want it to look like? Like, it wasn't something he already had. It was like he was gonna create it. And he came back the next week with this amazing model. And I was like, oh my God, like you're so the reason I bring this up is because every detail that in each one of these animations is so sophisticated technically. And you know, when we watch 3D animation, we don't really, you know, people who aren't familiar with it obviously aren't going to understand it. But what's behind all of this is so technical to the point where like figuring out some of the things is just an exercise of mental perseverance. And I'm really impressed with the way you went through this program and did so exceptionally well. And this piece, this is a beautiful reel that you can send out and get work with, because it's magnificent and it covers so many different types of areas of the pipeline.
Thank you.
I agree. It's a great portfolio piece. And you're showing different styles using 3D as well. It's not just like one style. I mean, you have like this, which looks kind of 2D. You have the other style, which is more realistic. I mean, that is amazing to show to studios or, you know, anyone who's looking for 3D environment work, to show that you have such range. It's very, very impressive.
Yeah, the visual effects industry, that you can bring this to so many different areas of what's out now and what is coming in the future, because I know you've been working with the gaming engines and yeah, so
oh yeah,
Yeah,
Thank
Daniel,
you.
these are beautiful. They really are. They're great. And I know too, I know that you've worked with other students before and stuff too. I think all that stuff is great. But these look terrific. And I remember seeing early iterations of these, I think, or some ideas, and to see it finished and finalized and how beautiful it looks, really, congratulations. It's so good.
Thank you so much. I remember like at the beginning I was so lost and I didn't really know where I wanted to go with it because I had so many ideas in my head. But like, you guys really helped me out a lot.
Oh, they came out so great.
Thanks.
I agree. Should be so very, very proud. Nice job. Okay. Okay, Cassandra.
Hey.
Hi.
So I did a 2D animation, and the whole thing was an experience in the best kind of way. I learned a lot going through it. I got a lot of I figured a lot of things out that I don't think I would have realized otherwise taking on a project like this. I did things that I didn't expect myself to be doing in like the animation sort of pipeline, like different techniques and such I just hadn't seen myself using a couple years ago. And it was fun. It was a load of fun.
Okay, let's take a look.
Are you okay?
That's it, right?
Yeah, it is. I'll go grab
Hey,
it.
look. Wonder how we'll get around that.
Oh, that's nothing. I can handle that.
Careful.
Okay. That was the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Want to just make sure I'm showing everything right. This looks great.
Thank you.
This looks really, really, really great. And I remember when we talked about this last semester, you did such a great job at like the pre-production stage of it. Because I remember you created like a 3D model in Maya to just kind of make yourself a set so that when you could start storyboarding, even though you knew it was going to be 2D, you wanted to make sure you had everything where it was supposed to be, and make sure your walls were right and the space was right. I remember thinking that was such a great idea on your part, and it showed just like really nice initiative going that extra step to make sure that in the planning and the storyboarding you were getting all the aspects right.
Thank you.
So that was really great, and it's so nice to see this like come together from where you were back like in like September and October. So really, congratulations.
Thanks.
Cassandra, you did such a beautiful job, and it was always a pleasure to meet with you through Zoom.
Our meetings were really nice. Yeah, I had a great time as well.
Yeah, you had a great attitude, and you created this environment in Maya, right? You did a 3D environment. Yeah, it blends perfectly.
Thanks.
Yeah, and your animation is so sophisticated. It's really, it's like the viewer kind of doesn't realize what goes into it, but I saw how, every single time we'd meet, you'd have more work that just looked so great. Animating is so difficult, and you never made it look difficult. And you would just be there like, in your room under your bed working on your project. Because I said, where are you right now? Like, because the wood, she's like, oh, I'm under my bed.
It's a loft bed. I've got desk space under here. Opens up a lot of space in the room.
Cassandra, I think your animation is so great. I love
Thank you.
The movement and everything. And also, too, animating a character with 4 arms has got to be a real challenge. It looks.
I like the challenge.
Yeah, I love it. Really great job.
Yeah, your character design here is great, and also you really nailed the movement of them dropping in and then her walking through the beams. That's all very hard stuff to do, and you did really, it looks effortless.
I agree. Well done.
Yeah,
Nice job. Okay, come on. There we go. Alexa.
Hello. So for my thesis, I did 3 separate characters. I did this one, which is a lion queen-esque character. I did a witch character, and then I also did a ladybug. So I modeled them all in ZBrush, and then I brought them into Substance Painter, which I had never used before. And I found very difficult, I guess, to figure out at first. But then I brought all of that into Maya and I meshed it all together, and then I did the turntables in there as well.
I love these characters.
Yeah, and the texture looks great.
Thanks.
Oh, these are great looking characters. Really great. I love the ladybug is awesome.
Thanks. That's my favorite one too.
Face and everything is great, but they're all really great.
I love how you combine so many different software packages. That's
yeah, that was the most difficult thing for me to figure out, I guess. I didn't know how I was going to get it into Maya from Substance Painter, so I had to connect all these modules and in the hypershade thing and figure it all out, but it ended up working out pretty easily.
It's awesome.
I know, I love this. I love him holding the leaf too.
Yeah, it's so cute. It's a little umbrella.
I think the texture looks really inviting too on all of them.
Thank you.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Let's take a look. This one, the clothes and the cloth looks really nice.
Thanks.
Folds, yeah, really well done.
I love this. This looks great.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So I'm sorry, I was clicking through. You said you use Maya and Substance Painter?
And ZBrush, yeah. So I modeled them in ZBrush, and then I brought them into Substance Painter for all the texturing and the coloring, and then I brought that into Maya, and I combined them all and made the turntables and the lighting and stuff.
Oh, that's great. It is surprisingly tricky, moving from one software to the next, make sure you don't lose anything, make sure everything imports properly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really, a good job that you went and you used all these softwares too, because now these are all softwares you have in your little tool belt that are all things that that you can work with and about. So nice job putting them and transitioning through all those softwares.
Thank you.
Yeah, really nice job.
This is great. Okay. I'm struggling here with this Google presentation.
Good. I'm glad we get to look at them a little more.
I know. So it's worth it. It's worth it. Okay. All right. Nice job. Up next, we have Ariana.
Hello. So for my thesis, I was interested in learning Cinema 4D. I've never learned it before. So I pretty much spent my time trying to figure out how to use it and having fun with the effects and everything. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was definitely experimental for sure.
Okay, awesome. Oh, very cool. So you did all this in Cinema 4D?
Yes, but like the layering and stuff, I threw into After Effects too. But most of it in Cinema 4D, yeah. Thank you.
That's great. I mean, again, that's like another, trying to tackle a software that you don't know, for your thesis as well. It's kind of a ballsy move. So kudos to you.
Thank you. Yeah, it was definitely a learning curve. Because a lot of stuff I would do, I couldn't finish because I just couldn't figure it out. So, but it was good to learn.
I think it turned out, really, really great. And putting it all together, I love the experimental feel to it. And just, trying to figure out like the techniques and figure out the software. I think this came out really great.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ariana, you really, you approached this really well. I mean, you're starting a software that you never touched before, and you had to really be patient with yourself and go through tutorials on your own, and just not worry about like, I got to get this thing done. So you managed your time really well and gave yourself plenty of time to learn the software and then to create all of the visions that you had told me that you wanted to come to fruition at the start, and you were able to achieve it. And it's really beautiful.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
I love the whole aesthetic of it. I think all the diverse images that you have and how you use them, I could definitely see this like walking into a gallery and seeing this playing. It really looks great.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
I agree. It has a more like of a fine art feel to it. And it could be, easily shown in a gallery or something like that. Because it has such a fine art aesthetic. So it's really beautiful.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Those smiley faces, that goes into buttons. I would definitely wear one of those.
I could start selling them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could 3D print them. Very cool. Nice job.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Becca. Let's see, is Becca here today? Nope. Okay. Let's play her piece. Let's just play it one more time. Oh, I wish he was here to talk about this. This looks great.
So Becca did this with using ZBrush, and she also had, I think when she took my modeling class, we were only using Maya, but she decided she wanted to learn ZBrush. And the detail is really impressive. And like the sneakers, especially, it takes a lot of technical aggravation to get these things to work. And she was very successful with it. Like the pants folded at the bottom, all this stuff is just like, and the shirt coming out like that. It's like these little fine details that make it really successful.
Yeah, definitely the detail on the sneakers is really impressive. And I love the character design too, the shape of the people. They look really cool.
I agree. I think the character design is so great. So she did all this in ZBrush?
She did. I'm surprised she's not here. Also, like, she has a turtle that's like huge. I just wanted to mention that. And just like you see people's cats in the background, like you'd see this giant turtle in the background.
Was it in like an aquarium or was it just
No.
walking around?
It's walking around.
And this is why, you know, something with Zoom is pretty cool because you get to see that.
Yeah, she had a whole setup for it, like a lamp for it. It was really awesome. The turtle was very happy.
That's so cool. Okay, well, I guess we'll move forward. I wish she was here, but these look great.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I know. There we go. Okay, Chris. Is Chris here?
Yeah, hello.
All right. Hi, Chris. You want to talk to us about your project?
Sure. Giving you a heads up, most of what I have, I like to think that like my thesis was me going through the process of trying to make a game and making like assets and figuring out how to like set up a plot and create characters.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah. This is pretty much I made GIFs of like some of the animations in game.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
So the game that I am currently, like the version of it I currently have, I need to add like some of the new assets in. So I was making GIFs of some of the animations in it. So like some of the stuff here, just want to throw that out there. So pretty much, I don't know how to describe it. Like the story of this game is your character is like a ghostly blank slate. So the person that you saw in like the hood, they don't have a face. They're really pale. They're supposed to be literally like a blank slate. And you start in this blank room with this other character that I call Vox. If you saw like the character that looks like they have like pinks and purples in their design, it's yeah, that's Vox. And then I'm sorry, I feel like I'm doing I'm not doing.
No, you're doing just fine, Chris.
Yeah.
It's, you know, Chris had like hundreds of these drawings. He was working all the time, and it was hard to filter, you know, to
which ones?
Yeah, to pick which ones you should use. And I love this dream state. You really nailed it with that. And all of these images are so cohesive, which is not always so easy to do, especially when the content can be so different from each one. So I think you were really successful with it. And I think Juliana said in the comments she really wants to play the game because it seems like a really cool aesthetic.
Hopefully someday I'll be able to finish it. But so pretty much since I graduated in the winter, I've been working on like roughs for new backgrounds and cutscenes and stuff. So like the designs, the character designs here are the official new character designs. One of the characters, the character you see right here in this opening, or this image, that's actually not their full appearance. They have where they don't really have an actual appearance. I have in one of the images I sent is they're kind of like an eldritch horror that's above the scene here. And they use like puppets that were originally people to kind of lure more people into this area. Sorry if that didn't make sense.
Chris, I love, you have such a strong style, and we've had classes together before, and I love seeing your stuff put together in an animation like this. This first image too, with the girl in black and white, just the look of her with the color background, really great. I think your work is excellent.
Thank you.
I agree. I don't think I can get enough of this color. Like, it's beautiful, the style that you chose, and you know, and with your concept, you know, it meshes so well together, and I think it's just a beautiful style. It's very unique. Like, it's something you don't see this often.
That's what I was thinking too. Like, I don't remember seeing this type of style, and it like has this real dreamy state, which who can really capture that? Like, and you did. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Especially digitally.
Yeah.
I use like certain brushes in Krita in like the program I use, and I just erase and add and erase and add. And I usually start with like blocking stuff out, and then I go in and fine tune it. That's actually been my main like thing. I'm working on cleaning up my drawings, like the character designs, because I've had originally where you'd have like a PNG file with a transparent background, and you'd see all this gunk around them. So
yeah, I think it's really cool. It's very much your own style. It really, I think it's great.
Yeah, I agree. I'm so excited to hear that you're still working on it too.
Well,
yeah,
I was, and now since I have a hard time programming, I'm gonna be working on another visual novel, which is yeah. But I have characters for that, and working on a timeline and a 3D background.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's always exciting to know that once you guys finish, you know, the work doesn't stop. You still continue to create work on your own, and you know, and that's really when your style and everything really all comes together. Is, you know, once you're out of here, and you continue to work, because at that point you're not working for a project anymore. You're working for yourself, and you're creating like artwork and animations and stuff for yourself. And that's when, you know, you really start to evolve. So that's great that you're still working.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. I see people, the alumni on Instagram, they're constantly posting more work, and they're getting better and better and better. And I'm like, these are true artists. Like, these people truly love doing this and want to better themselves. And I think that says a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Because it takes, like, you know, there's perseverance there to actually create work without having, like, you know, a deadline, and doing it for yourself. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
Awesome. Nice job, Chris.
Thanks.
Let's do this. There we go. Every time. Okay, Claudia.
Hello. So
Hi.
I did a 2D animation, and like the first 30 seconds is all colored and stuff, and after that, it's all sketchy. So apologize for that. But yeah.
All right. Good luck.
That was really great, Claudia.
Thank you.
I love this idea. It's so fun. It's so creative too. I think you did a really great job coming up with this story.
Yeah, and your animation is really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Vanessa had sent me a link to all the things. This was one of the first ones I watched, and I love how when he gets up from the bed, like the real fast motion. I think that looks great. And personally, I love seeing sketches. Like, I think at the end of it being sketchy, I love seeing that. It shows, like, at the beginning, you can see you can do it. But I love all the, and can I ask you, who did you get to do all the laughing in it?
It was just free audio from websites.
Really great laughing.
Yeah, your soundtrack was great.
Thank you.
And it's such a unique concept.
It's such a unique concept that we can all relate to. Also, which I think is a great job. Even the music too went really well. Did you have someone create the music for you, or is it something you found online?
Found online. I was lucky enough to find it because it really matched well, I think.
It certainly did.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
That's like one of the best feelings when you're working on something and you find music that you can use that works perfectly. It's like such a great feeling.
Yeah.
Well, really, really nice work. Nice job here.
Yeah, good work, Claudia.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Danica.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a lot to say before we get into it, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Here, let's
Okay.
leave it here.
So originally, this was a more mystical and fantastical story, but I realized I was dancing around what I really wanted to talk about. So this last year, I'd moved out of my mom's house for my mental health and fairly poorly timed with the global pandemic. And moving out was agonizing. It was liberating, guilt-wrenching, and it was necessary. So I had to come to terms with what it meant to have my own life now, and realizing that moving out also meant that I'm leaving behind a large chapter of my life. So this comic is a story of like bittersweet nostalgia, what we wish could change and what has always happened. And it's it's like a confrontation of my childhood as an adult up to this point. I wanted to encapsulate what it means to be a first generation Filipina, the barriers I had in language and communication with the adults around me, having very little immediate family in this country, and the trauma passed down by our immigrant parents, and the overwhelming guilt that we feel for wanting space from them. All in all, though, I wanted anyone with a difficult relationship with their family to feel seen when they read this. It was a long journey to find the perfect words because the message I wanted to give changed so much over the year working on this, but I'm really glad with where I was able to take it.
Okay, yeah, and this is it's a beautiful story, and I'm gonna flip through, but I want everyone to be able to read the story as well. I don't know how easy it is to read through here, but you know, either if you don't read it, maybe go back on the YouTube channel where we have it up, and you can take your time and really read through, because I think all you guys should really go through this and read it. It's a really great story, and Danica you put a lot of heart and soul into this piece.
I really love how you broke the pages up. It really looks excellent. And you have so many different styles. I like all of them. I think that you're super talented.
It was so hard to try to find one style for this. It was way more detailed in the very, very beginning. And I also had a lot of pages to go through, so I had to dilute it. And I think I like it. I'm not totally sure.
I think it looks really terrific. And even that, you know, with it being black and white, the blacks that you have on it really kind of dance around on the page. Really looks great.
Yeah, I think originally when you created the story and you wrote it out, I think it was like 36 pages maybe. It was long. And we were kind of like talking about like, oh, we need to maybe cut this down a little bit to a more reasonable amount. But I mean, you did so much work, and I think you still even came out with like 20 pages or 20 pages around there.
Your choice of font is great. It really goes with the drawing, I think.
Absolutely. I think it's a thinly veiled diary entry. So I wanted it to feel as personal as possible with a handwritten font. And yeah, 36 pages. I like poured my heart out, and I had to dilute it to what I could.
You know, Danica, you're not just amazing at this, but when you were in my 3D modeling class, your models were so gorgeous. And you don't understand, like Danica would go ahead on her own and like figure out how to do all kinds of like sophisticated tricks and tools. And then she would demo in class how she did it. And I'd say, Danica, do you mind if I record this so I can show it to the next classes or so the students can refer to it? And she's like, no problem, sure. And you would describe how you did it and you'd give a tutorial. And I just want to say you are so well spoken and so professional and talented, of course, and also extremely hardworking. And I don't know what your parents did, but they did something right. And so you definitely were ready to go off on your own. And I think that they empowered you, even though you might feel guilty about it. I think that they're probably extremely proud of you. In fact, I think they're definitely proud of you.
Thank you so much. It's so complicated to think on it, but like there's a lot of feelings there. Thank you.
Yeah.
I know Danica was in my advanced illustration class, and some of the things that you did, you were tackling really kind of hard to put your finger on concepts. Like we did a New Yorker cover, and you did like words that are overused and getting twisted and not used properly anymore. And it's just a very tricky concept to illustrate, and you pulled it off beautifully. It was really great. I love seeing these. I think they look so good. And the fact that you did something that is emotional, even like AJ before doing the superheroes with the food allergies, I think that's great when you do something that's personal like that.
Yeah, I definitely agree, because when you're coming from this personal experience and something that you have so much emotion and attachment to, well, one, it's gonna just pour out onto onto the paper. And I know that's what, one thing you were like in the beginning you were struggling with, because you had so much to say and you were trying to figure out the best way to edit it down to say the most effective way and to put all this into a graphic novel style. And I think you did a beautiful job with it. And I agree with Lauren, you're always so professional and you're always so lovely to talk to. I always really enjoyed our meetings that we had. So it's really great to see this come all together. So
yeah, definitely. You're definitely a pleasure to have in class, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So great job.
Yeah, really great job.
Okay, awesome.
You set the bar high. You set the bar really high in my class, and you're on the illustration track, and you just went in head first, and you just you mastered it, So I think anything you choose to do, you'll be really great at and keep getting better.
Thank you so much. I have to thank you guys, like Vanessa, for your advising. Lauren, you brought so many great opportunities. Peter, encouraging me for the comics. AC Pratt, Clay Roddery, Kevin Rocky, everyone at the school really was an immense help in my journey for this, and I can't thank you enough.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice job.
Great job.
Okay. Okay, next we have Dana.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Want to talk to us about your idea?
Yes, I do.
She's like, yes, that's why I'm here.
So for my thesis, I wanted to try and animate splash art that is typically seen in video game cutscenes. So the premise of this story is that this protagonist wakes up shallow grave in New York, ruins of New York, with no memories. And the idea is that the animation I made would function as the intro to a game, and the end holding screen would function as the splash art for a start menu. And here you're looking at the build up and concept of the main character. And this is a splash art that's in the intro, just teases a little bit at a greater portion of the story. And it only shows up for a second, which is why you're looking at it here.
This is gorgeous.
It really is.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you.
Wow. That's really, really great. What softwares did you use for this?
I used 3 softwares. I used Photoshop, After Effects, and Premiere. A lot of the like, I want to say like bulk of the work after creating the assets and animating was the VFX work. So I brought in a bunch of assets of like the sky and the fog and like the snow, and that was a lot of extra work that I put on just to make it look nicer.
I agree. The effects look so great. It really brings everything together. And like, I love this world that you created. It has, such an atmosphere to it. And I love all the VFX, the effects of everything that you put in with the snow and the fog and the clouds. Really beautiful, beautiful job.
Thank you. Means a lot.
I agree, Dana. It's beautiful. You brought in also merged actual real live action elements with your created elements, which is really difficult to do. Your perspective is perfect and you did a really nice job.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think it's great. And I remember having some conversations early on about what you were thinking about doing, and the idea of like this apocalyptic kind of vision of the future and stuff. It's really cool. You did such a great job.
I'm glad to hear.
And also too on your like on your initial stuff, I like the font that it really goes with the art really well.
Yeah, I agree. I love your the logo that you have and the decaying of it. That's really, really nice. Again, it just brings everything together and everything's very cohesive. So
yeah,
nice.
that first painting's beautiful too.
Yeah, I really love working in concept art and just painting digitally. And I really wanted to bring that aspect into my thesis. So I'm glad I achieved that.
Yeah, definitely. This came out great.
Yeah, it really did.
Really nice job.
Nice job, Dana.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Dominic, Detilio.
Hey.
Hey, Dom. You wanna talk about your idea?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Lots of ups, lots of downs. The idea, don't really know where it came from. It's kind of out there. But lots of convoluted work processes. Went back on a lot of things, deleted a lot of things, but I'm happy with the way it came out.
Okay, awesome. Let's take a look.
Attention citizens, this is Chancellor Aidan with imperative news regarding my blessed eggs. They've been stolen. You are hereby obligated to take part in their rescue. It's known to overwhelm the human brain. Keep an eye out for suspects appearing dizzy or confused. A large deposit of currency awaits all who are successful in my eggs retrieval.
This is definitely more like Sean's style, except his is anime and silly like this. Sean.
Nice
Bravo.
Dom, I loved this idea. This was so much fun to talk to you about, and I loved our meetings always, and seeing what absurd ideas you were bringing to the table and like what you wanted to do. It is so much fun, and it's such a wild idea, and you did such a great job executing it. It's really it's just every time I watch it, I laugh. I love the absurdity and the empanada sitting on the couch. It's just it's a really great job.
Thank you so much. I obviously couldn't have done it without you. I think my process would have been even better if I had listened to you sooner about like, having a manageable amount of ideas. Like, because I had a bunch of ideas I ended up getting cut out that I should have cut out sooner, and I would have saved so much time. And but it's all a learning process. But yeah.
This is so you, Dom. Like, it's just, it's like a self-portrait, of your like personality. You have like this great personality, and this is just so unexpected, unless like we know you, so it's like he really stayed true to his personality, and I love it. And everybody was going crazy in the chat, saying how much they love it. And yeah, basically we couldn't make this for kids thanks to you, but that's all right.
Sorry about that.
No, I'm totally kidding. None of it is YouTube for kids. I unchecked that. So, but when I was watching this, I was like, good thing I did that.
Yeah. That my stuff is always crazy. That's always something that's consistent throughout all of it. But yeah, it's like if you don't know me, you might like be kind of freaked out, like wondering what's going through my head. But if you know me, you know that it's all just like fun.
Yeah, I love this shot where he pulls him over himself, and then that's really a technical feat.
Thank you. And as I was doing it, I was thinking to myself, like, why did I choose this movement? Like, it is so weird, and
it was done exceptionally well.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I have to say, I love the style of it. I love your drawing, like the lines, and even your use of like the bricks and stuff, the mixed media kind of look to it. But and I have never had you for a class, Dominic, and I thought it was great. Right off the bat, it was kind of scary and funny, and just I wanted to know more about this crazy group of people in this house. Really great.
Thank you so much. That's a massive compliment. I really appreciate that. I've had these characters in mind for a long time, and that's also why my ideas were initially a lot more elaborate, because I had a lot more character development. I had dialogue and stuff, but in the end, I think it worked out. It's like jarring with nobody talking. It's weirder, more confusing. So I guess that plays into the vibe I'm going for.
Yeah, and the thing they were watching on TV with was it precious eggs? What is it, or was it another word?
Yeah, I think it was precious. I think so. Yeah.
yeah. That was great. I love the whole thing.
Thank you. Yeah, it's out there, and a lot of the times when I show it to people, they don't really get it the first time, but I kind of like that.
Yeah. Definitely stick with that. Don't ever lose that. I think that's a good quality to have.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
I just feel like you graduated so quickly for some reason.
Me too. Me too. It does not feel like it's been 4 years or even more than 4 years.
I
Like
know,
it's
I
been
can't
5
believe
years.
it.
Yeah, like it feels like yesterday I was like coming to campus with my drawings, my portfolio to meet Lauren Carr, and like I was all nervous. And then I meet you and you're like the coolest person ever. And like, all those nerves went right out the window.
Oh, thanks.
But yeah, it really flew by. And I think it went even faster because, we were all robbed of, a year and a half together,
Right.
and like growing closer and, bouncing ideas off each other. Like, I know that this probably is the same for everybody, but like my project would have been completely different if we were in person and seeing each other every day. And like, I don't know how it would have been different, but it would have been.
Right, right.
So it's interesting, but it's awesome to be at the end of it. And I'm very grateful for all the opportunities and time with all of you guys throughout the 4 years.
Yeah, and thank you so much for being you and Ariana and all the other awesome lab monitors that I'm gonna lose. I was always able to depend on you guys.
I appreciate that. It was pretty easy. Nobody really came, so I had it easy. I was also in 229, so with the smaller tablets, it's a little less popular. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, thank you for that opportunity.
Yeah, no problem. Cool. Well, thank you, Dom. We have 3 Dominics in the department, and now we're losing 2.
Yeah, we had one class where all 3 of us were there together. That was kind of confusing. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, Keely, everybody that I've had. And unfortunately, I didn't get the pleasure of having Peter as a professor, but thank you.
Yeah, your stuff looks great.
Awesome. Nice job. We'll miss you.
Miss you guys too. It happened very soon,
Yeah, it feels like it.
Okay, Aidan.
Is Aidan here? I saw him before.
I saw him pop in. I think he was in his car. So he might have had some trouble. I don't think I see him. Okay, should I just go through, I guess?
Yeah, this is a really nice book that he created, and it's very appropriate for this past year that has been, so he did a really nice job.
Oh, this is very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think the font really lends itself to the sweetness too. Like the simplicity.
Let me go back. Oh, that does actually really lend itself very well to
the current times.
The current times and the year we all went through.
Yeah.
that burnt out feeling. It's very sweet in its simplicity too. Like sometimes, simplicity is such a strength. And sometimes people, you want to create everything and it has to be, very detailed or something, but there's such beauty in this simple stuff.
Yeah, Aidan came a really long way, and he really impressed me ultimately. He has had a lot of obstacles that he successfully got around, and I wish he was here. I think he'll probably pop in again. It looked like he was in transit.
Yeah, he did. He definitely, because I had a class with him last semester, I think, and he really overcame a lot of things that just got thrown in his way, you know. And I love the simplicity, like you were saying, Vanessa, and even the numbering of the pages. I don't know, there's something about it. It just makes it a little more, just reminds me of reading a book as a child, you know. Really is really nicely done.
Yeah, I agree. It has like a children's book vibe to it, but it's also, I think, something that, you know, anyone can really relate to. So it's really nice. Hopefully, maybe if we'll pop in later, we can.
Yeah. Thank you, Aidan.
Okay. Okay, up next we have
Yay.
All
You guys
right.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is a 2D animation that I wanted to do for my thesis. So basically what I did was I based it off this animation concept that I've been working on pretty much before I even came into college. And the characters I use, a lot of my friends, you know, students here or professors, you guys probably seen them pop up like so many times one way or another. So just like, you know, developing them and then like creating this was just, you know, couldn't really ask for anything better just to see them like come to fruition. And I just want to thank like all of you guys, you know, it's really been just this past year was just like a lot. So yeah.
Okay, let's take a look.
Hey, Eric G, I'm gonna need you to help me out on this one.
That was awesome. That was really awesome, DJ.
Thank you.
It's absolutely incredible. I adore this piece. I think you're how you handle perspective and, you know, all the action with the perspective and your environment and your background. I loved watching your progress throughout this semester, working on this piece. I think you're so talented, and you animate also effortlessly. It just looks like it's easy for you. And I just have to really commend you on that. I think this is such a great piece.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, having all like those meetings since like last semester, you know, it was just I couldn't ask for anything better. Like you've just been awesome. Like you've really helped me develop this and, you know, make it come to life. So thank you.
Oh, of course, it was my pleasure. I loved our meetings, and you put so much hard work into this. And I know you had a couple obstacles this semester of, you know, things that could have slowed you down, but you really, you know, you barreled through and you create such a great piece for yourself.
Thank you.
I think this looks beautiful. It's really great. Your drawing is tremendous, and I have to say I love your backgrounds. I think the backgrounds look just knock me out. I think they look so excellent. Really great job. The characters are drawn beautifully. The animation looks like professional, and I just think the whole thing really looks beautiful. Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah,
DJ.
Nice job.
We're gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you guys too. Definitely just like these past 4 years. Professor Lauren helped me out like more ways than one. Professor Vanessa, Professor Peter, thank you.
You're welcome. We're
Our
gonna
pleasure.
Yeah, congratulations. Great job.
job. Okay. Okay, Emily. Is Emily here?
Emily was here.
Oh
yeah, I see. Emily might have stepped away. Emily has been a lab monitor, and she also spends a ton of time in the 3D printing lab. So her thesis was all about 3D printing and then making it into chocolate. So she had a lot of experimenting, and it was really fun to watch the progression.
Okay. Oh, I love it. I love the chocolate. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so what she did was she would 3D print the actual model, and then she created a silicone mold that was safe for food. And then she would pour the chocolate in the silicone mold. And it's easier to do that with something like a heart, or with a character, it's really difficult because you have these small details that could break off very easily at any step of the process. So it really came out well.
What a great idea, making chocolate. I mean, Lauren, have you ever seen, or Vanessa, have you guys ever had a student make chocolate before?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I love the video too.
Yeah, I do too.
Eating it. That's great.
It could also be such a fun business idea as well.
Right. And Emily learned also like a lot of the technical issue, like fixing technical issues with 3D printing. 3D printing still isn't user friendly. It's not there yet, and it has a ways to go. It's not like just hitting print. It could be really difficult and frustrating. But Emily did so much work in that 3D lab at the Feliciano Center that she really got familiar with all the different methods of 3D printing and different types of 3D printing, and then like troubleshooting the machines. And a lot of times when you print something, it'll be going for hours and hours successfully, and then at the very end something happens with temperature in the environment and it can mess up the whole model and you have to start again. So 3D printing as an industry needs people who are technically inclined and able to understand what's going on, and there's tons and tons of attributes for those machines. So I love 3D printing. I think it's really exciting. And I love the fact that the Feliciano Center at Montclair State offers their 3D printing lab to anyone who wants to use it, even alumni, and they don't charge. So if you guys ever wanted to, get involved with that, I'm sure they'd be happy to show you the ropes and work with you.
Yeah, that's awesome, because that's a huge service, being able to, go there and print for free.
Right.
That's really, if you could want to take advantage of that, definitely take advantage of that.
Yeah, that's such a great resource. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. I wish he was here.
Good job, Emily.
Good job.
Maybe she could have even shown us how one of the chocolates actually looked on Zoom and eat one.
It was in the video. Did you see it? I think your brother bit the head off.
It was funny because when I first saw it, I didn't realize it was white chocolate. I thought it was just a printed, with the plastic,
I know.
That was great. The video was great.
Yeah.
Okay, up next is Caitlyn.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Caitlyn.
Hi. I made a 2D animation as well.
This turned out really well, Caitlyn. I mean, you worked so hard, and it shows. You did a beautiful job. You also combined the 3D elements in the 2D, right?
I did. I used Blender for the backgrounds, and then Photoshop and PaintStorm.
Nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Let's show it so everyone can see.
Sounds good.
Wow, again, it's so beautiful.
Everyone in the chat, they're going crazy. They love it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wow, that is so impressive. It is excellent. Wow, you're really super talented. I think this looks so good. I love that cat too.
Thank you.
Caitlyn has a cat that just adores her. She doesn't want to go anywhere more than like a 3-foot radius away from Caitlyn.
I thought your music really went well with it too. There's so many elements in it that are this is really great.
Yeah, everything works together so well. It's so professional looking. Again, you have it's a unique style, unique color palette. The animated textures on the figures is such a unique little touch that really makes this different and stand out. Really beautiful job with this. You should be so proud of this piece.
Thank you.
Yeah, Caitlyn's very modest, but she also had a lot of difficulties in her own life that she had to deal with in the background while doing this great piece and all of her other work. So I'm really proud of you, Caitlyn, for hanging in there. most of the people went home when the pandemic started, and Caitlyn didn't have a place to go. So, she figured out her way and continued to work and keep her focus. And I'm really impressed with you.
Thank you so much. It's all thanks to everyone who's been standing by me through this whole thing and who's just been supporting me out of the goodness of their heart that I was able to do anything at all. So I really appreciate it.
You did a great job with everything, with this project, with your life, with everything. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
It's really outstanding. It's great.
Yeah, and you should also consider about submitting into film festivals, and this goes for everybody here who's
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
definitely consider that.
Well, thank you.
Very, very beautiful.
We're gonna miss you, Caitlyn.
I'll miss you all too. It's been a really great college experience.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I'm glad.
All right, nice job.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, up next is other Dominic.
Is Dominic here?
Here?
Oh man.
Oh, okay. Okay, we'll go through. Yeah, Dominic had an idea for a graphic novel, and it was all surrounded by these young heroes who kind of are set in a more of a medieval type of scene, and he did a really great job putting it together. Yeah, he went through a couple different stories, and then he finally landed on a smaller one, because the first one, it was very elaborate. So he landed on a smaller story, and then wants to continue on with making more stories with the same characters. Again, I wish he was here to talk more about it.
Yeah, Dominic is like the sweetest guy. He's super quiet, really gentle and quiet, and like I had met with him through Zoom. We had a scheduled meeting, and then like 2 days later, for some reason on my calendar, it said I had a meeting with Dominic. So I was like, I wonder what's going on, because we had just met. So I called him through Zoom, and he answered, and he's like, how's it going? And I was like, good, how's it going with you? And he was like, good. And I'm like, so what's going on? And he's like, not much, what's going on? And he was in the basement working on his project. He's like, not much, what's going on with you? And I'm like, did you make an appointment? He's like, no. And I think I accidentally scheduled him for 2 days later. And then Dominic thought like I was just calling him to say like, what's up? How are you? He's like, good, how are you?
Like, just catching up.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing?
So funny. Again, more wonders. Just so many Zoom awkward moments that you just love. And they make great stories for later. Well,
I love when somebody's really into an idea, like it seems like Dominic obviously was with this, and they have so much material that they have to pare it down. Like that's and that's hard work, I think, like figuring out how to. I have a student in thesis 1 Yeah, it's Abby, and she was going to do a graphic novel as well. And when we had our first meeting, she's like, I'm like, so how many pages do you think it's going to be? She's like, I think about 120. And I was like, are you crazy? I'm like, 120. I'm like, first of all, at the presentation like we're doing now, who's going to sit through 120 pages? Everyone's going to be falling asleep. No, but like, so she had to, I'm like, you got to chop it down. And she was like so relieved. She was like, oh my God, you mean I can make it like 15 or 20 pages? I'm like, yeah, but it's also challenging when you have to cut that much stuff out and pare it down and stuff. So I admire that he was able to do that with this, like had so many different ideas.
Yeah. And he's grown so much since when he first started. But Aidan is back. Can you hear us, Aidan?
Yes, I can. I'm here.
Hi. We were just talking about you as well, how much you've grown and how awesome you've been through all of like the obstacles you've had to deal with. And we love your book. We read it. And if you want to say something, you don't have to, but if you want to, the mic is yours.
I'm here. I'm definitely willing to say something. First, I want to apologize. My phone has been dying on and off. I had my graduation pictures today, and like it's just been very jumbled. But in terms of what I've illustrated, honestly, like it's crazy because I had to resubmit everything on the Google Drive that you told us in the email, and I had to come back to my illustration in quite some time. And when I did, obviously it was drawn months ago. And now that I've went about almost 6 months since that was even submitted, like I've seen so much more of myself, and honestly, like it's just been even more growth. I have to say, Professor Carr and a bunch of the other professors that I've had throughout my years, Lisa Goldman too, like one of the people that touched my heart the most. I want to say thank you, because you actually did see deeper into me when most people didn't, and you actually did help me a lot when it came to classes and my personal growth and being able to take certain criticisms when it comes to class and stuff like that. And I might not have seen it in the moment, but your teaching style is like A1, and I want to thank you for that as well, because like discipline is something you're gonna need in life and in school and everything. And I really do appreciate you for that.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. Aidan, I had a rough start. And he handled it so well. Like he realized like what I was saying, and then he became extremely serious about his work, and I was really impressed with how you dealt with that, and then everything that you had to deal with behind the scene in your life. And I hope, because Aidan graduated in January, so I hope you're doing well, and please contact me so I could we can catch up.
Of course, yeah. Honestly, since everything hit in December when I left school, I got my own apartment. I'm working on getting a better job right now, but I am working 2 jobs, so things are just kind of falling into place little by little. But like I said, I really do appreciate your care and the fact that Montclair has such a wonderful art department. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Victorious, the TV show, but if you haven't, look into it. I always wondered what college would be like, and like the upper class and stuff like this. And I always knew I was going to pursue art. But if you guys have never seen the show Victorious, check it out. I always wanted school to be like that, and I swear Calcia was just like that. So like it was really just a dream come true. Thank you guys.
Well, yeah, Aidan. I mean, Aidan was another person like Caitlyn. When the pandemic hit, he didn't have a home to go to. So I'm really impressed with how you handled that. I mean, that's pretty scary. And look at you, you have a car, you're working. I think that's excellent.
Yes, it means a lot. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing's impossible, guys. Just know that.
That's right.
I think your book was really great, Aidan. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope you're doing well as well. I hope you're doing good. Yeah. Everybody here, everyone.
Yeah, we're living the dream.
Mask on, everybody. Mask on.
It was nice to see you. Emily, you too. We missed you when we played your 3D printed video. Everyone loved it. Do you want to talk about it? You're muted. I don't hear you, Emily. You want to come back?
Hello.
I hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that. I'm having some issues. I'm over at my cousin's right now. That's why. Yeah. So I did 3D printing for my thesis. I did a couple of models on Maya, and then for the majority of it, it was just me wrestling with the printers and hoping they would listen to me and work. And then from there, I had Lauren help me with the silicone molds and getting everything in order and trying to become a baker as well.
No, I just ordered the materials. You figured it all out.
Well, it was a big part, the materials themselves.
Still, you figured it out.
No, it was so cool. I love seeing your process and, turning, going from the 3D model to 3D print and then the chocolate and with the 3D molds. I mean, I had such a great business idea. It's what I said before. I think you could really go somewhere with that. And also just experimenting that way and, trying to really learn more about 3D printing and and concentrating on that aspect, I think is really great.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And you enjoy it, which is really great.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing it.
Good.
Yeah, I was saying to everyone that, and I asked Lauren and Vanessa, have they ever had a student make chocolate before for a thesis? And they said no. And I was like, what a great idea. It really was. I thought that was such a fun, great idea. And to see it get eaten in the video too, it was great.
Yeah, thank you. I have to thank my brother for that because I wouldn't eat it because I made it. So I'm like, I don't want to eat it. So I'm like, my brother often like, I'll eat it. And I'm like, okay, you can eat it.
Did you make it white on purpose because the model was printed white?
I made it white on purpose so it looked like it was a 3D print. And
I was totally fooled. I thought you were eating plastic. But I'm sure you would have had a lot of volunteers to help you eat the chocolate though. That was great.
Yeah, you did a great job. It's nowhere near as easy as it looks. Like 3D printing is so rewarding, but it's also so frustrating,
Yeah, the machines, they do amazing things, but you still got to wrestle with them.
Yeah. So thank you, Emily.
Yeah.
You've been a great lab monitor too. Very reliable.
Thank you for the opportunity and everything.
Of course. Okay, so should we go to the next project?
Yeah, right, Dominic, I don't think came in. Okay, next up we have Gia.
Gia, I don't think Gia's here.
Gia did the Jersey Devil, right?
Yeah.
She's at work.
Oh, man.
Okay, well, I'm sure she'll watch this, so we miss you, Gia.
Okay, let's play it. I love this right here.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So pretty.
Those sketches are beautiful too.
people of the world. Welcome to our super crazy Jersey Devil summoning, starring me, Freddie, and my totally awesome babysitter, Myrtle. Everything here is ready to call him out from the depths of the barrens. We got this cool pentagram and the tailor ham out for him, and then he'll come out here and be so scary and then oh yeah. Tonight we will see the beast. Take it away, Myrtle. Psst. Myrtle, that's your cue.
Dark forces from the other world, I beseech you! You hide in these pines, plotting man's demise. Traverse this mud, and you shall earn your keep of blood. Bodies of ruse, horses' hooves, wings of bats, a deer's rats. These ingredients make our demon league. In our garden state, you must expose our fate. As we stand in the sand, you must hear my command. You, Jersey Devil, must rise!
Okay, we're done with this. Myrtle, don't leave me here. Myrtle, wait for me!
Who the fuck woke me up?
I really thought that was gonna work. You would have if you weren't there. It's so annoying.
They want to ruin my night? Well, I'ma ruin theirs. Hey, kid.
Myrtle, the Jersey Devil is here. He's in my room. He has big eyes and horns and big ugly teeth. He was gonna eat me.
We really shouldn't have done that. Come sit here with me for a bit. Don't worry. I'll protect you. That guy, he can't do anything to me.
Want to bet?
We gotta get him out of here.
We? Did you see that thing? He tried to kill me. We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
Pull yourself together, woman. We need to get serious. Now think. There's gotta be some kind of way to maybe trap him.
An exorcism. Okay. Here's the plan. We go out there and get him all riled up so he'll come running and fall right into our trap. Then, while he's stuck, I'll break out my little book of incantations and poof, we save the day. What we'll need to put the plan in motion is salt.
We can't use that. That's my mom's special Himalayan salt. It's expensive. I'll get grounded.
I think this is a little more serious than getting grounded. You are the one saying.
You can't use that.
I'm not doing this. Stop screaming.
Let me go.
The only thing that salt is going to be bad for is my cholesterol.
Myrtle, just do it now.
Okay. And you say the same. I'm the Emily the spirit. Did you want to do this stupid summoning?
I just wanted to be like you. You're the coolest kid I know.
Hey, jackass, you're going down.
kids are crazy. You bunch of psychos.
You know, he's actually kind of cute. Yeah. In a really disgusting kind of way.
Well, gee, thanks, Toots.
Aww. What should we do with him? How about we keep him?
Oh, no. You get your dirty little kid hands off of me. All right, I am nobody's lapdog. I'm a cold-blooded demon. I'm a killer. I will slaughter you. I will slaughter both of you.
Okay, Gia is so talented.
This is so great.
I mean, that was incredible.
The voices. Oh god, that really brings it all together. I love the voice acting.
It did sound like Danny DeVito.
That was so much work too. I mean, she put in there's a ton of action and
Like-
everything.
It's like 5 minutes. Almost.
I know. I wish she was here. This was just absolutely, it was amazing. I mean, it's just stunning. And all the work that you showed before this animation was a significant amount of work. And then this, and this is a great story. Like, I don't usually think stories are that strong. This is like, this should be published, distributed.
Yeah, in thesis 1, I remember her showing me like her storyboards, and she did everything that she was going to do. Like, she actually did it all. I remember at the time saying, maybe you just take part of this. You know, it's a lot of work, but she did the whole thing.
Yeah, and she was interning like 40 hours a week as well. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, Gia, you're not supposed to do that many hours. She's like, I'm not. I'm like, no.
Gia messaged me just now. She says she's working at the moment, but she's with us in spirit. And she asked me to tell everyone that she loves all of you and Lauren so much.
We love you too. I don't know if you guys know much about Newark, but her dad owns like a cigar. It's like a famous cigar shop right near the Prudential Center. So you might know her that way.
Oh, wow.
It's like a place that you hang out, like a bar.
Oh, that's
She had always had like interesting concepts for her work, and she was a pleasure to, like, she was someone, her and Maddie were lab monitors as well. And they both were awesome students to have in the program. They set the bar really high.
Yeah, she was really.
Gia transferred from SVA, and she was like, I just like this better. It's like the community and the people at Montclair, so welcoming. So yeah, so Gia, we miss you. Please contact me so we could catch up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's such a cool idea. I would love to see this, like you said, published or something. Like, I want to see
story.
This. You know, it's so cool.
Oh yeah.
Go into festivals.
Yeah, it would be a huge hit.
Joy, we finally got to Joy. Joy's been waiting patiently.
Hi.
Joy is another one, like real sweet looking, but when you see this, you're gonna be like, what is she thinking about?
Yeah. Yeah, I made a 2D animation and I just wanted to make something that was fun to watch, and I had a lot of fun working on it. So yeah.
Joy was also in the dorms during the whole year, I think, right?
Yeah, I was.
Where she wasn't like allowed to leave her room, and it was kind of like they were in prison. So I really felt bad for you when I talked to you through Zoom. It looked like you were in a holding cell. Like, I'm like, is it going okay there? You're like, oh yeah, it's fine. You know, I'm working, so it's okay. So you had a great attitude.
Thanks.
All right.
Nice work, Joy.
Thank you.
Really fun. You should submit this to animation festivals. They would love it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know, if you go to filmfreeway.com, there's all these festivals you could submit to. Some of them are free. Some of them are like $5. If you're a student, which you still kind of are, you get a better price. And then there's promo codes, discounts. So you should sign up with Film Freeway. And then they'll also send you emails with promo codes for festivals. And it'll be shown all over the world.
Oh, wow. I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah, you guys should all do that.
Yeah, there's also I'm not sure if they're doing it this year, but there's MetroCaf in the city with by a Seagraph, and they do a film festival usually every September, and usually it's either May or June that they start accepting applications for film festivals. So for film. So just like type in MetroCaf Seagraph and it should pop up and it'll tell you.
I think it's just MetroCaf, like CAF.org. MetroCAF.org. But yeah, thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah, that's a great one too. And they normally have the screening. A couple of times I went, it was at NYIT. And it's just like the tri-state area, this student work from the tri-state area, and it's amazing work there, and I think all of you guys should be submitting. So yeah, this is such a fun story.
I gotta say, I love this. I think it's so great. I love your drawing. I think the frog is so well drawn and that it's loose. It's not like, the animation's really great, and the at the end with the human and the tank, I love that. I think it's really funny, and just your drawing style is great. I think it really is terrific.
Thanks so much.
Sure.
Yeah, I agree. It's so fun. It's just a fun, unique style, and it's very much your style too. Even seeing the work that you create in my class, it's like this is also, I could choose. I'd be like, that's Joy. I know she did that. So, really, really well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joy.
Thanks, guys.
Great job.
Juliana, is Juliana still here?
I'm here.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
I'm good.
Juliana graduated in January as well.
Yes.
So we miss you, Juliana.
We do.
I miss you guys too. I wish we had thesis in person, so we had like the one-on-one meetings every single week. It was tough with the quarantine and everything, but I don't know, I still am proud of what I made, and I'm really grateful to be part of Montclair State's illustration department, because we really have an awesome community and everybody's so sweet and supportive. Even like post-graduation, we all keep in touch.
Well, that's nice to hear. And you are awesome. Like, I remember when you wanted to get into the program, like you drew this beautiful picture and you were like, I don't know what you wrote, but it was something really nice. Like, can we meet?
Yeah,
it's like you're hired.
Yeah, I think I drew like a mermaid and I was like, I want to be in the program. Hi.
I had Juliana from editorial, and it was great having you in class. And I just have to tell the students this, and Lauren and Vanessa, I don't know if you know this, but one of our classes, it was like an evening class, and it was on Zoom. It was when we first went to the the pandemic started and we got shut down. And Juliana Zoomed from the hospital. She was in the hospital, and she Zoomed from her hospital bed. But she definitely deserved a special award or something for that. That was great.
Yeah, Juliana, you had a hard time, and you still did such a great job with your work, and you're just pushing through, and I'm so impressed by you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so great.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice job.
It's beautiful. I wish it's so hard like showing graphic novels. I feel like in the presentation because you guys can't or comics because you want to sit and read them. So I highly suggest like for everybody who did graphic novels or comics for you guys to go in and really read them and sit through with them because they're so worth the read.
This one's a good one. It's about a YouTube content creator, and her numbers are going down, and she's saying like the slime videos are gonna get old, and it's good.
I thought that like presenting a graphic novel this way with the video was great. I thought it really moved along, and also too, we all use phones and stuff, but to show in a graphic novel like a phone is a tricky thing to do, and you really pulled it off. I thought it was great, and the way you broke up the pages of the novel, I thought were really nicely done. You had some cool angles and stuff, and I just love all your details. Like, I think one of my favorite things was the pan with the like broccoli and stuff in it. Your drawing style with all those details, right? It's very appealing. I love the look of it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think we might also. Oh yeah, I think I have individual slides of these too. Really, I love like your style too and your character design. Again, it's all very, very cohesive. I think all of you guys did such a great job making everything cohesive throughout, which is difficult to do.
Mm-hmm. I love these shoes.
Doing those shoes from different, that looks hard. Drawing those shoes from different angles like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I highly suggest you guys go and read this one because I love the story you put together here.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Yeah, great work.
Very beautiful. All right, cool. Nice job.
Thank you guys so much for
Thank you,
everything.
Juliana. Katrina, you still with us?
Yes.
Good.
You guys are hanging in. Thank you.
But yeah, my project, I did 3 3D models of like different elements. They're meant to be placed in some sort of like magical video game. I modeled them in ZBrush, and I used both. I actually textured them differently for each one. The water one, I did a Unity shader because I brought them all into Unity because I wanted it to have some movement. I tried out Substance Painter, which is mainly the rock one. And then I also tried out Substance Designer, which is still under Substance Painter, but it's a lot more node based and creating your own actual textures from scratch.
Nice.
So yeah.
Nice job, Katrina.
You.
You're so talented. And I love that you taught yourself all this software and made it work. It's a great portfolio piece.
Yeah, I agree. It's an amazing portfolio piece. The attention to detail and the texture. I mean, like every little nook and cranny, there's something to look at. Even if you zoom in, either textures with the rock or even keeping the textures here. I'm really, really cool.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought each one was, they were all so cool. Like the first one was spectacular. Then I loved the water one. And finally the rock one, the way that you had the rocks not even touching. I love that. I thought that was so great. You're rendering, like it's really beautiful. The way that you did all of these, really great.
Thank you. You did a beautiful job. I love the rock one's my favorite.
Mm-hmm. It's mine too.
That's great.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Nice job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ellie.
Kelly, you still with us? Want
Hi.
to talk about your project a little bit, and as you do, I'll flip through.
Yeah. So I made basically well, I was trying to make a con package basically. So I made a zine, which I do have printed out, and I also designed other merchandise like a sticker sheet, which still hasn't come, and charms, which they're cute, but they printed a way smaller than I had intended. So
This is a beautiful character.
Thank you.
I love these renderings.
Oh, it really is.
Yeah, so I went with two like very drastically different styles throughout it. So the second half is a more gritty kind of line style. And so that's how the zine is basically separated it into two parts.
I love this style.
Wow.
Thank you.
Both styles are great.
Yeah.
I was so excited that you actually went and you printed this out. I know as we were talking, all year about this, your main thing was you wanted to make physical objects. Like you wanted the books, you wanted the stickers and the charms. And I see you're holding the book in the zine. I think it's so cool to have that.
Yeah, definitely.
And it looks like it printed beautifully as well.
So I printed about 40 of them.
Wow.
So
that's really cool.
I do see things that I could do better if I did another printing. Like I think some of the effects I used kind of translated poorly to the printing, so I would probably do that over. So here you can see the sticker sheets I made and the charm. So I have the charm here. It's like super tiny.
Oh, I love that.
That's great.
That looks like a great size though.
Yeah, I think that's perfect for like a keychain. You want to put it on your keys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't the size that I was expecting. Like, because I have other charms that are, I guess, like, twice as big as this. But for my first one, I'm very happy with how it came out. It's hard to, you can't really see it on the camera, but there's like holographic stars on like one side of them.
How cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm happy with how they came out, and I
love it. Can you make it a keychain? Is there a hole?
Yeah, there's one at
Oh, that's awesome.
very top.
So did you print out a lot of those?
Yeah, I have like the same amount as the zines.
I think they're great. I think it's good size.
Yeah, so the idea was like I would put all of this in like you would buy it as like a package, I guess. And like it would all come together as like a themed kind of thing. Or
yeah,
I guess,
I mean, I see people selling stuff like this, these con packages even on Amazon. So you might want to look into that.
Yeah, it's another thing. It's another good business, idea, even like on Etsy or anything.
Gumroad.
Gumroad.
Yeah, you could sell stuff on this website called Gumroad.
That's a new one. I haven't heard of that one.
That would have been perfect for Mocha. I remember students going to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And putting together like where were you thinking the whole thing would be a package? It would be the comic, the sticker sheet, and the charm all in. That's really cool. That's a great idea. I love these sticker sheets. I think they look terrific.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, this whole project, you put so much work into this thesis, and there's so, what you have a zine with 2 different styles, and and all these illustrations that you did, and then you added stickers and charms on top of it, and you put a lot of work, and it really paid off.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love your 2 different drawing styles. I think both of them are excellent. Like the first one, your character design is so strong and just really well done, and I love the rougher edged one. It really shows you're kind of flexing your artistic muscles. You really got serious skills without a doubt.
You got skills, Kelly.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that's a lot of what the zine became about, of like showing off, like I guess what I could do.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah, really beautiful. Absolutely.
Yeah, great work.
I adore this.
Thank you. Vanessa really helped me a lot in getting my thoughts together and like getting a plan set out. So
that's why she makes the big bucks.
Yeah.
I have no job without you guys, so but it's great. I hope you go forward with this and try to sell them on some kind of platform, because
I'm definitely gonna try to.
I think people would buy this right up. I would buy it.
I would too. I would put these stickers on my water bottle.
Yeah, if we were there in person, I would give you guys copies.
I'll buy them.
Yeah, put them somewhere. I'll buy them.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice job. Congrats.
Thank you.
Ellie.
Great work.
Megan, poor Megan. She's been waiting the whole time.
Is Megan here?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi.
Megan, you want to just talk about your work before you play it so everyone knows like what went into this?
Sure. So I decided to do a bunch of rooms in a house, so pretty much everything I modeled, textured and lit. I modeled everything in Blender and Maya. And then I put it all in Unity and did a walkthrough in Unity. So that's what the video is. It's just like a little walkthrough. This was hard. I changed like 2 weeks into my idea. So I kind of started a little bit behind everyone else, but I think I ended up pulling through and like finishing, and I'm pretty proud of what I did.
I'm really proud of it too. You did a great job.
Thank you.
And I love that you have the walkthrough in Unity.
Yeah, I just have some pictures. This is a bathroom that I modeled, and I did a kitchen / dining room and a bedroom.
It looks like a real photograph, like a real room.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh.
So this is in the gaming engine, Unity.
Yes.
Yeah. Love the mirrors.
Yeah, I had to retexture everything in Unity after I textured everything in Maya, so I had to learn all the different shaders, and it was a challenge.
You did such a great job.
Thank you.
I want this kitchen.
Can you imagine like an architect being able to show a walkthrough like this to a client? Like you could totally do that job.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
It is. It's so just such a great job with the textures and everything and all the modeling. I mean, a ton of work went into this.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, it did. Really, really beautiful and just really nice job. Another one, very professional looking.
Very, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, even the table was set with the plates and the silverware. That's like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of set dressing too, you know, figuring out where things can go and being like an interior designer really.
Yeah.
So
that's like a lot of hats you're trying. You're doing like calling, interior design.
Yeah.
Very cool. I also love the idea of it, you know, like you're an architect or a designer, you do a walkthrough like this for a client. It's
yeah. And then render it out in 360 and you can like do it, just watch it through VR glasses.
Yeah.
So you did such a good job, and it was always so nice to meet with you through Zoom. So I'm gonna miss you.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you too.
I can't believe you're graduating.
I know, I had such an amazing time here. I really want to thank you, Lauren. You know, you're my idol. I've always said that to you.
That's so funny that you said that. I really appreciate it.
I mean, that's why I joined the program.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no. So it's been such an honor to be working under you. Like, you know, and that goes for all the professors I've ever had. You know, when Keely was here, Keely kind of inspired the first room I made. I made the bedroom, and that was in her class, and that's kind of where it started. So I want to thank Keely especially, and Elvis. He's, you know, not here.
Oh, yeah.
He's new, but he taught me everything I know about Unity.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really took advantage of every class and just, you know, you soaked in the information and you went back to your computer and you worked, you know, and you figured it out and you researched, and it shows. You did such a beautiful job.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm super proud of this project. It's so professional, and it's just ready for you to send out.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah, and you can send it out to so many different types of industries.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Nice
Yeah,
job.
thank you.
Bravo. Great job.
Melina, you hung in there.
Yeah, I hung in.
So you modeled in ZBrush, right?
Yeah, I did model in ZBrush, which was it was a bit of a challenge. I really only had one ZBrush class, and it was with you. And ZBrush is just one of those programs that you need like months to really like hunker down with it. But
right.
I had a blast.
Yeah, and I think when you took it with me, we had just started using ZBrush. So we were learning together.
I remember those days sitting there figuring out what certain buttons did and everything, but it was amazing. Ever since you introduced 3D modeling to me, I've just been obsessed with it. I can't get it out of my head. Like, you just opened up this whole new world of art that I knew existed, but didn't really know how to get there, and you showed it to me.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
It shows how much you enjoy it.
Thank you. My project was based off of this Puerto Rican myth, which is where I'm from. And a lot of the art for the myth is very primitive, very 2D. So for my project, I really wanted to create just more modern art for it. And I figured ZBrush was a great way to do it.
Are you from Puerto Rico?
I am from Puerto Rico.
I didn't know that.
A lot of people don't.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so I had a great time with this project, kind of showing that I'm proud of where I'm from.
Nice.
Cool.
So Melina, can you tell us how you composited the 3D with the live action background?
So it was actually thanks to Katrina. Earlier in thesis 1, I saw her models and she said she went into Substance Painter, which I've seen on YouTube, but seeing her use it for her models, it just gave me this idea of like, let me check it out. So I went into the program, watched a few videos, and you can bring your OBJ from ZBrush and bring it into Substance Painter, and you can easily just apply a texture or a material, and then it has like a rendering side to it where you can apply a background, change the lighting and everything. So that's what I did for I think for like the last week when I just had the extra time.
But it looks like there's shadows in the reflecting on the ground. Is that? Did you do that?
That's fully Substance Painter. It's like a great place to get a quick render. I really didn't have to mess with the lights or anything. It just, you can like rotate the directional light within the render, which I guess is what really gives those shadows for each different pose that I put in there. And it just added a nice touch at the end.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That is so cool. They look fantastic. I love seeing, again, I love that this is a personal, project for you and something that's coming from your heritage and your background. You're bringing it into your thesis. There's always something so special about those projects when they come out because you can see there's love there. And they came out, your designs came out just beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I seriously need to copy and paste the chats because you guys are so supportive of each other. I just love it. I have to put it like maybe in the description box on the live YouTube, because you should see, if you haven't like seen it, you guys just complimenting each other, and I love how supportive you guys are of each other.
Yeah, it's always great to see that. I think I love these in the environments. I think they look so cool. I love the character. Like, I don't know the stories that you're talking about. I love the characters, the look of them. They're so interesting and exciting. I want to see more of this, honestly, when I see it, especially them in the environments. I think it looks so cool. You really did a great job.
Thank you so much. That means a lot.
And I loved having you in the program. You're just so easy to be with and super respectful and great student. So I'm gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you too, Lauren. And I just have to say thank you. Like, I know I said this, I think, in our last Zoom, but you, and I'm sure other people, but you've created such an amazing program here at Montclair. I couldn't have been in a better place. You guys really just prepare us to go out there and get a job and make a living creating, which is like the best thing ever.
I appreciate it, but really it's the students who make it so awesome. And like you know.
Thank you.
Yes, just really, really positive attitude consistently, and always like genuinely happy to see me, which was nice.
Of course.
And I've been to Puerto Rico a bunch of times. I can see why you're proud of it. It's beautiful. I love it.
Thank you. It is a beautiful place that gets overlooked sometimes. So I thought it was a great idea to really show that artists from Puerto Rico have a lot to prove, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So wait, how old were you when you moved here?
Oh, I was born here, but...
Oh, so you have family in Puerto Rico?
I do have family in Puerto Rico, and I miss it terribly. The pandemic has put a hinder on me going there, but I can't wait to return. There is so much art and culture and passion in Puerto Rico that it's just it moves me every time I think about it.
That's nice. Thank you, Melina.
Thank you.
Nia, you've been so patient. Is she still here?
You're here?
Is she?
Oh,
there
yeah,
you are, Nia.
I'm sorry. I was trying to press the mute button. It was not working.
I'm so sorry you had to wait this long.
That's fine. It was good seeing everyone's work. I enjoyed it a lot. So it wasn't anything terrible, but
Do you wanna just tell everyone about your concept?
So yeah, I really wanted to do art that kind of resonated with me, and kind of do art involving like Black people, because that's really what I enjoy to draw. I like to draw people like I can relate to, and that's what I really was going for. And I tried to draw different types of people from like different cultures, and also included certain environments and stuff like that. And I want to work in kind of a style that I've never worked in before. So that was really interesting for me.
You worked in several different styles, and you took what you didn't mention, which was so difficult, like observing, like you first started out with all these patterns before you even began the project. You researched the patterns for each country and appropriately placed them, and then you also researched the architecture and the landscape, and there was a lot in that you put into this, and it's really successful.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it was hard, like finding different patterns and making the patterns. I was like, oh gosh, how am I going to do this? But I'm glad I did it, honestly.
I am too. It came out so well.
Thank you.
I mean, the way you apply the text, the patterns to the characters, it, like, I was worried it was just gonna look like a collage, but you shaded it and you formed it so it looks like they're really wearing these clothes.
Thank you.
I agree. I've had Nia in a few classes, and I'm happy that I get to see this, your final project, because I'm a big Nia fan, and I think that your work is awesome. This stuff, like the patterns, like Lauren was saying, the way that you apply them, all the stuff in this, the fact that you researched it so much too, you've always done such a great job of putting the work in detail and stuff, and it really looks terrific. Great job.
Yeah, like these patterns were just flat 2D patterns. So I thought you were just going to cut it out like the silhouette of the character, but you have folds in there and shadows, and it's really quite an accomplishment.
That sand is awesome.
Thank you.
I agree. These are so breathtaking and just so beautiful. I mean, this whole idea and this whole project is just something you should be so proud of. Like, this is another one that I can see these in a gallery, walk in and just print it beautifully, like big prints of these. I could really just see a whole gallery filled with these pieces that you did. They're beautiful, and they're very they all are, they just look so great. And Lauren, what you're saying that you did with the fabric and actually adding the folds and the shading to it, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's very sophisticated too, like technically speaking.
I like adore these right here.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you. I could definitely see these in a gallery walking around. You come in and see these, really terrific.
Nia, every time we would meet, like if I made a suggestion, you were like so open to hearing what I had to say. You weren't like, no, well, I don't want, no, okay. Like you were like, wait, so yeah, that could be this. And you were so accommodating to, like, you entertained my ideas. And like this, this is my favorite one right here with the line going down. And you were asking me like, which one you should use, because you had two versions, and like you used the version that I liked the most, which I really appreciate.
Yeah, I'm really up for criticism. I like to take in people's advice and stuff like that.
That's very open-minded.
Like. Yeah.
Like, you don't have this ego or this like sensitivity. You're like, yeah, I can, I can use whatever suggestion. This is awesome too. Like this is just so sophisticated with the silhouettes behind them.
Yeah, that's and also too, I know from other classes, like Nia can draw in a bunch of different styles, and the way that you chose to do this style for this project is really a great choice. Like a bunch of the students, like Kelly before, Danica in the other classes too has the ability to change styles and do great work in different styles, which is really something.
I love these circles in the background. It's like you don't notice it at first, and then you see it, and it's like, whoa.
Right.
Yeah, and I love how you added like the environment, and like you did so much work here. Like you added the environment, and then you added the figures in that environment. And like seeing them side by side like this, this one just blew me away. Your artwork here, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and the facial expressions say so much, but it's like not overwhelming.
Oh, thank
you put a lot of work into this, because I remember, did I just totally interrupt you?
No, I was just saying thank you.
Yeah, because when I remember when you showed all of your sketches, I was like, oh man, that's a lot. But you did it like you outdid yourself.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if I was gonna get it done. I was like so scared because I was like, oh, it's not a lot. And then I started doing it. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes it is.
I love the way you incorporated the background too with the people, because like you brought some of the background to the foreground and then you changed the tone for behind them. It's really nice.
Yeah, the one here on the right, I love the light behind the two people.
Yeah,
like going up with the leaves and all the highlights.
But like the image on the left is what she used as the background. Do you see that?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was obvious, but yeah, it's just I love it. I love his hair too.
Thank you.
That's not easy to draw.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I like want these too. Like I want to print these out and I want to buy these.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, again, these are beautiful. I feel like I just want to buy a bunch of stuff from you guys. I don't know why. So, really, really nice job here. Nice work.
Thank you so much.
Great job.
So talented. Beautiful. Very nice.
Thank you, Nia.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh my God, Pal.
Hello.
I'm so sorry you had to wait this long.
I'm dying.
It's a great piece too.
Thank you.
This
Thank
is in
you.
no particular order because you guys at the end rocked it. So I don't want you to feel like, it was just, yeah, you guys, I'm sorry you had to wait so long, but it was definitely worth the wait for everyone else.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. But I just want to say a little bit about my thesis. It's a 2D animated short film, and it's called Elephant in the Room. In it, a socially awkward elephant tries to go on a date, but she hides her true self in order to fit in more. And it's a story I've been working on for years, and it started out its life as like a children's book idea. And it's like an allegory of my experience living with social anxiety. So I hope you guys like it.
I like the word allegory.
Thank you.
Do well on your SATs. What a great story.
I love this concept. I love this story.
Thank you.
How is another one who moved down to Florida midway through the semester?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I vacated the premises.
You did it. You had a couple obstacles that you went through, and there was a while there that we didn't know if you were going to be able to finish, and then the last few weeks you banged this out and you put this together, and I'm so excited to see this finished because it's such a great story and your animation looks flawless. It looks so great. And I'm so happy to see it finished.
Yeah, me too. I love it.
I think it's to do an animation with no dialogue and have it be such a great, clear story is like a triumph. I think you did such a good job. It's such a great story. I felt emotional during it. It was a short animation. I thought it was great. Really good job.
Thank you.
So
I'm
nice.
so glad to hear that.
And Pao, you had 2 or 3 internships throughout the time you were in school.
Yeah, I'm on my third one right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they're just small little internships, nothing like big studio or anything. I hope to one day get there, but slowly I'm working on it.
It's one step at a time, you know? There was a quote that I just saw that said, don't worry about the staircase, just worry about the step in front of you.
Oh, I like that.
It's like small steps. You can't get to the top without taking the small steps.
I like that. Well, I think, Pal, this is a great portfolio piece. It's gonna, even, get you to where you want to be. It's just, like Lauren said, another step in the right direction.
And you've been really doing great while you're in school, getting professional experience, and you even got paid for some of it.
I did, yeah. I was like a full-time art director at some point, but I probably wouldn't do that again.
That's so crazy.
Well, now that you're done with school, now you can do that, but probably try and do that while in school, and your thesis was a little
Yeah, I mean, it took more of my time, and my thesis was suffering because of it, so I had to do most of it like in thesis 2 rather than thesis 1.
Well, you did it.
Yeah, you really pulled
Did
it off.
really well. Yeah.
I think it's excellent.
I agree. It looks
Thank
so
you.
great. So
Thank you so much.
Nice job.
Patrick.
Hey all.
Here? Okay.
Yeah, my thesis, I focused on character animation and cinematography. I took a TV pilot script that I had written, and I animated an excerpt where an astronaut on another planet loses her life support and encounters some bizarre aliens. So no sound if you're wondering if you can't hear it, just animation.
I think we put some sound on it, didn't we?
We
No.
might have. Let's see.
Good job, Patrick.
Thank you.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I love the designs of your characters, and then the aliens and the monsters. It was really, really well done.
I like the facial expressions on the character, like watching what's going down. It was just like
kind of like, oh crap.
It was right on the money. It really was the express and the reflection of the guy's face in the creatures. You know, that was really well done. I love your line work too. I think it looks really. It's just a great look. You know, the stark like black and white. I was totally. I don't know. It had me from the beginning. I love the drawing. I think it was really great.
Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I was choosing to animate with Photoshop, and I did that because of the brush that I was using only worked in Photoshop, and I couldn't get it to import to other software, and that was hard. I made it work, but it was hard.
Yeah, it paid off. I think it looks really good.
Yeah, you did a great job, Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's a lot of animating to do in Photoshop. It's not the most user-friendly in terms of animating. So you did a really great job sticking with that. And it's very cool. It's a very fun video. Nice job.
Thanks, you guys.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Patrick.
There we go.
Priscilla.
Hi. Hello. Okay, you guys can hear me.
Sticking with us.
No problem. I had a feeling I would go like close to last, so.
I don't know why. It's no particular order.
No, it's like always someone has to. So.
Yeah, I was wondering what the order was, but we're here now, so.
Maybe we should do it alphabetically next time so it makes more sense.
So I did a collection of illustrations. I have 5 in the series so far. So basically I wanted to take like a more like psychological mental health narrative and put it in like a fantasy themed like allegorical world. So it follows this like night character through a dark forest. So during this process, I kind of like struggled a lot with my own mental health, and it was kind of ironic that it was like getting in the way of like completing the series, which was supposed to be about that. But yeah, I got through it, and I think it was like hard for me because it felt like so personal. Like I feel like I put a lot of emotions into it, and like yeah, so.
Well, you were super successful with this. I love this particular image on the left, the way that you transition with the water. The skeleton, that is so cool.
Thank you. Like the visual concept that I originally have they were a lot more like kind of obvious, but I think that the more that I worked through it, they became a little bit more subtle. And then talking with Vanessa, like she was like, yeah, you should probably like keep it more like open to interpretation. And I decided to that's kind of what I wanted it to be, more like you could add your own meaning into it, I guess. So.
Yeah, I think you did such a great job with trying to, because I know you had so many emotions to it, and you were trying to you had all these concepts, and and with mental health, and it's just a hard thing to kind of battle, and trying to put that into artwork, and and trying to express it, because of course it's something that's so personal to you, but it's also something that's so relevant to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And you did a really just amazing job putting this out there and drawing it, and you hit a couple roadblocks along the way, but you kept powering through, and it's really just beautiful to see all of these come together.
Thank you so much. I really want to thank like specifically like Vanessa and Peter, who I had thesis 1 with Peter and thesis 2 with Vanessa. Like you guys are so helpful, and yeah, I'm just really thankful, and Lauren as well. I'm just thankful for all of you guys.
Well, you did great. You didn't let anything stop you from accomplishing a really beautiful collection of work.
Yeah, these are really beautifully painted. They turned out great. And it's funny, like you're like, I'm doing this about mental health, and it was hard. It got in the way of it. That makes sense to me. Like it's hard when you're exposing yourself and you're tackling something that is personal to you, there were probably times where you're like, I don't want to do this. This is too hard to do, you know? You really did such a great job. And I have to say too, you were so great to have in class. You're just a really terrific student.
Thank you.
Yeah, you in the modeling class, you would be working like harder than you were the illustration student, and you'd be like staying late working on your 3D model. I was impressed with that.
Thanks.
That was a good group. We had DJ, we had Patrick, Dominic, Dana.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that class. Thank you so much for that experience.
Yeah, that was a good time.
I think too that the idea, like you said, Vanessa said, to keep it open to interpretation, it really makes the pieces more powerful, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Really, they're really so well done.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I agree, because I remember it was one of these. I remember you said you kind of wanted everyone to kind of think about what you thought when you created it, like you want them to get that interpretation. I remember one of the pieces, I forget which one now, but you were telling me what you wanted it to be, but I didn't take it that way. Before you told me your description, your explanation, I took it a completely different way. So it's really fun to see how everybody takes your drawings and your illustrations and they find something different, a different meaning in them that maybe you didn't intend. But that's what's kind of fun about creating art, is everyone has like different interpretations.
Yeah. Also, like the style that I was working in for this project is very different from my usual style. Like I usually do a lot more like rendered and perfected like portraits and stuff like that, but it was kind of new for me to work with like textures and like more backgrounds and more like lighting and stuff like that. So I'm really glad that I decided to go that path.
I always find it exciting when students step out of their comfort zone for a thesis. I think that's really cool.
I agree, because then you just create something that you never thought you would create. And and that was another thing we talked about a lot, was like the lighting and the textures and stuff, and you start really pushing that light and that contrast, and that's when your work really just start to pop and come together. It's gorgeous. It really is. It's just a gorgeous body of work.
Thank you so much. I definitely want to make more in the summer. So yeah, I might definitely like continue this project.
Definitely, I think you should. And if you do, email us. We want to see it.
We want to buy these too.
Yes, we want to buy them too.
You're gonna go bankrupt.
I'm like, I don't know how much I got left, but
Thank you.
Very beautiful. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Priscilla. Sean.
Hi, Professor.
Hi. Thanks for hanging in there.
No problem. So,
do you want to say anything, or should we just go through?
yeah, I mean, it's a character that a friend of mine and I came up with a long time ago, and I decided for my thesis I wanted to try actually animating a human being, because I've always been my anatomy and proportions have always been off when it came to drawing in general. So I wanted to kind of try to challenge myself to do that in an animated aspect. So
and Sean's been interning or working for the town, right?
yeah, I just finished my internship with the marketing department for Middlesex County.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's really cool.
Delta Team, this is Hawk Command. Requesting SITREP.
Our command, this is Captain Price. We're pinned down the Los Angeles River, approximately 5 clicks west of the aquarium. Requesting immediate backup. Over.
Acknowledged, Delta Leader. We have dispatched Phoenix Team to back you up.
Holy crap, you're sending the augmented? Oh, what's their ETA?
Captain Price, this is Phoenix 1. I'm closing in on your position now. Let's go.
Good to see you, Fire Hazard.
What's up?
It's so funny because when Sean was showing me this, like throughout the process, he's like, "There's no water in the LA River." He like in his project, he's like, "I don't know why I didn't put that in there," and I was like, "Because there's never any water in the LA River." And he's like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, really. It's not. There's never water in the LA River." He's like, "Oh, then I'll leave that out."
I said, hell yeah, I don't need to animate water.
Yeah, because it's super rare. When, like, unless there's a huge storm, and there'll be water in the LA River for like a day or two, and it's done. It's gone.
I love this. This was so much fun to watch. So yeah, love where you chose to do, like where your set is and where you chose the location. That's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I thought your animation of the dialogue was right on the money. That's tricky to do. You nailed it. There was no way, like what they were saying was actually, that's what the mouth was doing. That was really good. I love your drawing style.
Thank you. That's where I put most of my time actually, because I had the animatic from last semester that had all the dialogue, and I had the Premiere file. So I was literally sitting there with my tablet in one hand, frame by framing through the audio in Premiere to make sure I had it timed right.
It really it showed. I mean, I was really impressed with that. I thought you did a great job.
Yeah, and you did a great job with the perspective, every camera angle, also your camera cuts. Like there were so many, but when you don't notice camera cuts, that's the best type of camera work.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did a great job.
I agree. You did a really great job. And also you said you don't normally animate figures, right?
I don't normally 2D animate. Honestly, my best work until now, my best work has always been in 3D. This was a first outside of one 2D animation class that consisted of Adobe Animate.
Wow. So I love it. So another one where you stepped outside your comfort zone and tried something that you're not, comfortable in. It's not the normal work that you do. And you tried something different. So it's, again, that's exciting to do for your thesis. It's like exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. So congratulations for doing that.
Thank you.
And it was such a pleasure to work with you, Sean.
Oh, it was awesome. I looked forward to our meetings.
I
would look at my schedule and I'd be like, I mean, I can't work on my schoolwork on Tuesday, but I get a meeting with Lauren, so it balances
That's so
out,
nice. And you were always really cool. Like there was one time I didn't realize you signed up and you emailed me and I was like, oh my God. And you're like, no problem. We'll just meet a different time. Like,
I think I literally emailed you something along the lines of, you have no idea how open my weeks are. It is not an issue.
Yeah, you're very easy to talk to, and you have, such a nice personality. So anyone would be lucky to work with you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Congrats. Thank you.
Thank you. Every time, oh my God, every time I'm like, is that it?
Is Tyler here? I'm not sure if Tyler's here. I don't think I remember seeing him. So Tyler worked on a lyric video to this song Crocodile Tears. And
yeah, I tried posting it on YouTube and it got like flagged, like YouTube almost like shut down for the day because you know, it was like a song. So on YouTube, it's not the music that you'll see now.
Okay, all right, let's play it. If it'll go. No? Oh, my computer was doing so well this whole time.
Do you want me to see if I could play it?
Maybe. Maybe can you, so I didn't realize that. Maybe we can play the original. Is this the original? Oh, wait, it is. Okay, we're good.
The sound is choppy. Oh, wait, okay.
Done so nearly over. I'd openly say my worst nights are sober. Once I'm sick of wasting my time on your crocodile tears.
I'm virtually certain, I think that it's curtains. You connect your exes like you're writing cursive. I'm sick of wasting my time on your crocodile tears.
You say that you meant that your smile is a red flag. You ordered the steak, then you said that shit right back. I'm sick of wasting my time on your crocodile tears. You're wearing my PJs, I know it's a cliche, but I'm growing more and more tired of you each day. I'm sick of wasting my time on your crocodile tears.
We live out in zone 6, we're too old for phone sex. I will not reply to your unhome text. I'm sick of wasting my time on your crocodile tears.
You say that you meant that your smile is a red flag. You ordered the steak, then you sent that shit right back. I'm sick of wasting my time on your crocodile tears. You say this,
You meant that
your smile is a red flag. You ordered
the steak, then
you sent that shit right back. I'm sick of wasting my time on your crocodile tears. Let it go.
He did a really good job with that.
He did. This came out really, really great.
Yeah. A lot of work went into that.
A lot of work. It was funny because when he started last semester, he was like, I don't want to really do a 2D animation. Like he was going to do one because he thought he had to do one, and he's like, but he really liked compositing, and I was like, well, you can do that instead. And then he ended up, choosing this song and doing a lyric video. And I was like, yeah, okay. I think now I go, how much do you hate listening to this song? He's had to listen to it over and over and over again.
Yeah, he's probably in his head all the time too.
Like even after one of our meetings, I had it stuck in my head, and I was like, but he did a really great job. I mean, even like all those when you hear the beat and the different instruments playing, he animated like those little lights that would pop up to the music, and then at the end where the piano player is playing, that's really the guy from the band. He contacted them and he got footage of the guy playing the solo, and he used it in here, and it came out pretty good. It was
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
He put a lot of work into this, and it was so it was like unexpected, the videos that he put together. It was like, that's cool. I would never have thought to put these guys running through a field with their shirts off, and then cut to like the guy driving a car inside the car with all the layers of effects on top. Really nice.
Yeah, and also too, it seemed like the words came up in perfect sync with the song. It seemed flawless to me. And all those things going on at the same time is really impressive.
Yeah, he did a really, really great job animating, everything with the from the text to the effects and then the video, and then all of the instruments being animated alongside. So he did a really good job. I mean, it's a lot of work. Like you wouldn't think like a lyric video, but I mean, it's over 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
Oh, it was cool. Very experimental too.
Yeah.
Well, wish he was here to talk about it, but
thank you, Tyler.
Thank you, Tyler. He might be working. Okay.
Valerie. Do we still have you here, Valerie? I don't think Valerie's here.
No, okay, so I'll just play it.
So Valerie did this in Maya. She has the grass moving from environmental wind. She has end cloth here.
Oh, that's so cute. I love the platform it's on.
Yeah.
With the little books.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she did a really nice job.
Yeah,
There's so much detail there. And then she's showing a lot of the different technical skills she knows how to do. So anyone who's looking at it would be like, oh, cool. So she knows how to do this or that. And yeah.
Yeah, like you said, that grass was really impressive.
Mm-hmm. And the cloth, like the
yeah, up here, yeah, with the claw.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And the pillow.
Oh, these came out great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she did a good job. She works hard.
Okay, so
thank you, Valerie.
Thanks, Val. I think that might be it.
Okay.
How do I exit this? There we go. Yeah, that was 146 slides.
Oh my goodness.
Here, let me stop sharing. Oh, okay.
Well, thank you guys for hanging in there all this time.
Yeah, definitely. That was a lot to go through, but definitely worth it just to see everybody's work and what you guys work so hard on all year. So
So
And
we're gonna miss you. It's so hard to believe that like you guys aren't gonna be there in the fall, you know? But you have to keep in touch, and we have to stay connected through Instagram, and if you're still on Facebook, so that way we can always see what what you're posting, and we feel like we're connected. And Martin, I just want to congratulate you too on graduating from university, and your work is amazing. We didn't get to show it, but you're super talented.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for all you've done for me these past few years. You guys taught me so much. And like it's crazy. Like from when I came into the program, I really thought I sucked. So
You
it's
don't suck at all. Your work is really amazing.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, and you're always a pleasure to have in the program.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And I think it's really nice that you came and sat through this. You know, you graduated in January, right?
No, I actually graduated recently because I had like 2 more classes that I need to finish. But no, it was a pleasure. Like I got to see so much great work. You guys are all so great and so talented, so wonderful. I just appreciate it. I loved watching all of it. It was a pleasure.
Oh, there you are, Dominic. You turn your camera on.
Yeah, I keep I'm right next to the router, so it's working a little better now.
I love how all you guys are so supportive of each other. Like you guys create such a great community and so welcoming, and it really, I think, inspires each of one of you to, try new things and also just be the best versions, the best artist that you can be. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Really great to see that kind of attitude from you guys. And I really loved being able to sit in on this. Everything was great. There were so many outstanding pieces of work done here. So thanks for inviting me along. It was great to see. And
Are you kidding? You're part of thesis.
Yeah, Peter.
What are you talking about? You had to come.
No, it's great. And I mean, so many of the students that I've had are great students. I'm really going to miss you guys. But I'm sure you're going to do awesome. You're already there, So to see this quality of work, it's really impressive.
I agree. I feel like you guys are so ready to take on your next challenge and whatever's out there for you. It's so exciting. Like Lauren said, keep in touch. If you create some kind of business with your artwork, remember
Don't forget us. Yeah. But graduating from college is exciting, but it's also very scary because you've been working so hard for several years, more than for many years, and now it's complete, and it's like, wow, you just accomplished something that's really massive, and then you feel like you're free falling from an airplane. But just hang in there, because a new chapter of your life will start, and then you'll live that through, and then a new chapter will start. Like, you'll live several lives, and you'll look back and be like, wow, I lived all these different lives. And change is inevitable, and it's never easy, but you guys all persevered through it, and through these projects, which were such a whole year working on a project, and you all did really well. Very impressive work, especially during this awful historical time. So I have to congratulate all of you, and I do think you guys should reward yourself by taking a break and really acknowledging what you've accomplished, because not everybody goes to college, not everybody wants to go or can go, and you made it work. And just whatever you want, just keep working towards it, and you'll get it. You will. Even when you get discouraged, It's okay to feel discouraged. It's okay to feel, bad about it and this and that. It's just part of what you're gonna have to go through.
Yeah, and you guys already went through a really rough time as it is, and here you guys are at the other side of it. Hopefully, I think New Jersey's already lifting the mask mandate, I think on Friday. So there's, this summer, if you can, try to enjoy yourself, go out, get out of the house and and enjoy yourself, enjoy some free time, because you definitely all really deserve it. And then I think you all are going to do really great, and no matter what path you choose in life.
Yeah. And the one thing I can suggest is always go for jobs, even if it's not what you wanted to be doing, as long as it's somewhat related to what you are most interested in. Like if it's related, like if you're doing motion graphics, but you really want to be an animator, but there's a lot of motion graphics jobs, a ton of them. So it's like, okay, let me at least do that as part of my path. And then it exposes you, like once you start working, you're going to learn so much more than you ever learned in college. Like work is really when the education starts, in my opinion. So, and then it gives you ideas of like, oh, I really want to go this way, and then this way, and then this way. And it takes you to different places, but you always want to try and do jobs, even if they're not like, the dream job. You always want to try and do something that's related to art, if that's your passion. Even if you're making coffee at one of the visual effects houses, like you're still in the scene. Or if you're working for a small place and you're doing their motion graphics, or you're illustrating for them, or you're whatever it is, or you're working on your own and you're taking on clients through like Fiverr, or you're making your own work, just you have a better chance at like it's a labor of love, you know what I mean? Whereas if you're working at a job that has nothing to do with what you're interested in, it's a little bit, it's a lot harder to stay motivated to keep going to that job.
Yeah, I think, it's so important to remember that. I think that, when you're just starting out, just there's no, you don't have to have all of a sudden the most awesome job ever. You work up to a bunch of different jobs and you learn things, you meet people, then they know about things. It's all that happens. I remember when I graduated from college, a good friend of mine was also an art major. And the day that we finished classes, I remember, because he was, worried about getting a job. And he's like, maybe I should go to bartender school now. And he's like, my dad would kill me if I went to bartender school. But he's a really successful silkscreen artist now down in North Carolina. And he stuck with what he loved doing, and just stick with it. You're going to have setbacks and things like that, but everybody does, you just keep going.
Yeah, just keep going. And just accept the disappointments, and then it will make you appreciate the accomplishments so much more. You'll be more grateful for what you're doing. But yeah, you guys are really young. You don't realize it. Like when I graduated from college, I thought, oh my God, I'm so old. But like, you're so young. Yeah, so please keep in touch. Stay safe. Even though they canceled COVID, it's still out there. So just stay safe.
Yeah, great work, everybody. Really, it was so cool. It took a while, but it was worth all the time that it took to see everybody's stuff.
Yeah, this was longer than last year.
Yeah, I think so.
I thought last year was long, but it was worth it. It was really nice spending this time with you guys. We wouldn't have spent this much time together if we were in person.
No, we probably would have broken it up into 2 class periods, right? Maybe.
Yeah, and we set a timer like on the phone. It was like 3 minutes per person, so we could get through it. That wasn't the best method either. Anyway, please keep in touch and keep in touch with each other too. And hook up with other Montclair alumni. Everybody's so friendly to each other, you know? Even if you guys don't know each other, you're both from the same program. They're like, oh yeah, you know, and I see them become friends and commenting on each other's work. And you're part of a really big community that's very supportive of each other. And I think that's really nice.
Yeah, it's nice to have that, and the networking too. You know, you never know who you're gonna end up. You know, you might end up working with somebody who went to Montclair. You know, you never know. You really never know where your life is gonna lead you. So
exactly.
You kind of just have to be open. You know, you be open to new things and try not to worry as much. I know that's hard to do at times. But you guys are all very, very talented.
Yeah, you certainly are.
Yeah.
Other than that, does anyone want to say anything?
Can't believe it's over.
No.
No.
I am tired.
Tired?
Yup.
You guys should definitely reward yourself with a beer. I think I'm gonna reward myself with a beer.
I'm gonna do that. That's a great idea.
Wine and food. I'm starving. But I guess that's it. It's always so odd to like say goodbye because it's like.
Well, we see each other on social media, and I feel like even people who graduated like 6 years ago, I feel like I'm still in touch with them because I see them posting all the time, and you know, I never feel like I won't see you guys anymore.
I feel like it's even weirder that it's over Zoom too, because it's not like we're saying bye face to face.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's always the Zoom goodbyes are always like. I remember even with classes, whenever I was like done with class, I was like, all right, guys, that's all I got. You know, the goodbyes are always so odd.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Thanks for coming.
So thank you, Lauren and Vanessa and Peter.
Thank you. Have a good summer.
Thank
you so much, guys.
Thank you so much.
You guys are all so great.
Bye.
Hope you all
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care, guys.
Well, that was good. Thank you guys for hanging in.